Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore. That's my guy, Charles Jackson. How you doing, bro?
Yo, what's up, bro? I'm feeling good, man. It's cold, but I'm all right.
I think it's like 60 degrees here.
I wish that was like that. It's like 24 degrees here, bro.
It was 39 degrees this morning, though.
Mm.
I mean, it was 39. Now it's about 60. I still got on a hoodie, but it was about 60 degrees. But obviously, the in season quarterfinals was started last night. Some good games. It was some good games all week, and we'll
Mhm.
go one by one in each game. But first off, we're gonna start off with our Week 7 NBA Power Rankings. You want to start?
Oh yeah, I can go. All right, for number 10, I got the Miami Heat. For number 9, I got the Atlanta Hawks. Number 8, I got the Magic. Number 7, I got the Knicks. 6, I got the Mavs. 5, I got the Grizzlies. 4, I got the Rockets. 3, I got the Cavs. 2, I got the Thunder. And then 1, I got the Celtics still.
Got one the Celtics. Actually, now that I think about it, that is the one team I forgot to put in here. So somebody got to get out. Somebody got to get out. We're gonna start this over. I'm surprised there's no Bucks. Yeah, we're gonna All right, there we go. That was the one team I forgot. I don't know how I forgot though. All right though. So at number 10, I got the Atlanta Hawks. At number 9, I got the Milwaukee Bucks. At number 8, I got the Orlando Magic. At number 7, I got the New York Knicks. At number 6, I got the Houston Rockets. At number 5, I got the Dallas Mavericks. At number 4, I got the Memphis Grizzlies. At number 3, I got the Cleveland Cavaliers. At number 2, I got the Boston Celtics. And at number 1, I got the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm
I'm surprised you
surprised.
put the Bucks in now.
Hey man, the Bucks have still playing. They're still playing good. I know the defense is not the best, but I feel like Giannis and Dame has been playing really good up to par. I think they're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They've been playing really good, and I think they deserved it. I had low key though. I did have the Heat at number 10. It was either between them or the Clippers, but then once you said Houston, I said, yeah, I forgot about Houston. How did I forget about Houston?
Yeah, only reason why I ain't put the Bucks at 10 is because they lost to the Celtics and the Heat. They 3-0 on the week, so I'm like, yeah, they 2-0 on the week, so I'm like, I got at least got to give it to them. And they on a
E-
3-game win streak too, so I'm like, I give it to them over the Bucks.
Even though like the in-season tournament games count, I didn't factor these quarterfinals into my rankings. I didn't really factor that in.
Mm.
Like I did. I was like, I'm not really factoring this in. But the Hawks, honestly, outside of them losing to the Nuggets, basically getting 30 pieces by the
30
Nuggets.
pieces, yeah.
Yeah, they got 30
They've
pieces
been
after
good.
Jokic. They've been good. Then they had that overtime game against the Lakers, man. Trae Young was going back and forth, and we just said it right before we got on. Hawks are good. They're actually a good team. They might not be mid. And we've always said the
Yeah.
Hawks have been a mid team. They actually might not be a mid team.
And I think the only reason why they lost to the Denver because of Jokic, bro. They don't have nobody on their team that can guard Jokic. Capella can't do nothing with Jokic, and Okongwu definitely can't do nothing with Jokic.
He's too small, man.
Yeah,
He too.
they both too small. Like Capella got the height, but he's small weight wise, and then Okongwu he's small height wise.
Where did you have the Magic?
I had them at 8.
Well, I
I
had him
dropped.
at
I
eight
mean, they
too.
still. Yeah, they still in my top 10, but after this week, I don't think they're gonna be in the top 10. That's only because Franz got hurt. And with the same injury as Paulo, like that shocked me.
I don't even know how he get it. I don't even remember when he got hurt.
It was it had to be in that Philly game because that was the last game he played.
I just didn't see anything like him getting hurt
I
or
didn't either.
anything.
I didn't either.
I think the Magic, they are like they're a team that's like together. So I think they can get through. I think they'll be good enough. But how they've been playing with France, I don't think there'll be that. But I think they'll be good enough to stay in games and competitive. And we go get into the in-season tournament games basically right
Yeah.
after this and our takeaways. But they were in that game. They were in that game
Yeah.
without the two best players. And I think that's how it's gonna be majority of at least this season without the two best players.
They just have to string along a couple of games. They just have to stay afloat until Paulo comes back. Cause Paulo should be back in like the next 2 to 3 weeks. Because it's already been damn near a month. It's already been damn near a month since he had that old oblique injury. And like I'm not no doctor or nothing like that, but I just looked up on Google like how long does it usually take to heal from a oblique injury?
Yeah.
And without surgery, they was like 2 to 4 weeks. I'm not 2 to 4 weeks, something like that. And then like their abdominal muscles, they heal quickly anyway. So Paulo should be back in like the next 2 3 weeks. So if they can just stay afloat for like the next 2 or 3 weeks, they should be good.
I think the Magic have. I think they have. I like the team. I think they're good enough, but the defense was still going to be there regardless.
Hmm.
And it's just that shooting. The shooting is really my only problem, but the defense will be there, and that's what's going to keep them in games is their defense. That's their
Yep.
that's their calling card is their defense. So I think they'll still be in some games from that. Houston, they kind of went down. And I think it's not because of their play, it's just because the other teams that are above them are just playing better in that moment.
Where
Because
you
I
got them
think
at?
I had Houston at 6.
I got them at 4. So who you got
Mm,
above them?
below them,
Above them.
Mavericks at 5, Grizzlies at 4, and then the Cavs 3, Celtics 2, Thunder 1.
So you got the Grizzlies and the Mavs ahead of them.
What the Mavericks before this loss, Mavericks been playing good. I like what the
I mean,
Mavericks been
they
doing.
1-1 on the week though.
Luca, but yeah, and Luca was getting was basically averaging like a triple double. I think Luca was been good, and Kyrie been doing his thing too. I think they've been playing good, and the Grizzlies they've been doing the same thing. The Grizzlies have been playing really good.
Yeah. I mean, I got the Mavs at 6 only because they went 1-1 on the week, and then the Grizzlies they went 2-0 on the week, and the Rockets went 2-0 on the week. And so, like in my opinion, the Rockets wins were better than the Grizzlies wins. That's why I put them at 4 and the Grizzlies at 5. But like you said, the Grizzlies have been playing well. They 5-1 since Ja been back,
I know
and
that's what I'm saying.
their team is fully healthy now. Only besides what Gigi Jackson. Gigi Jackson is the only one that's still like hurt, but he's coming back. So they're gonna have by All-Star break, they're gonna have a healthy roster. So they gonna make a push. They gonna make a push for that 3 seed. Because what they right now they're what?
I'm looking at it right now. They're the 3rd seed. They're 17-8.
They 30? Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, they playing good. They playing real good since Ja been back.
And like low key though, I think what had them is kind of crazy, but if they didn't beat the Celtics, and that was a healthy Celtics team too, so it's not like
Hmm.
nobody rested. Their whole super, people want to say super team starting 5. Their starters played that game, and nobody on the Celtics had a good game at all. Nobody played good, but the Grizzlies they went into Boston and beat the Celtics. They beat the defending champions,
Yeah.
and that was like that game moved me to say I think y'all deserve to be in the top 5. I
Mm.
think y'all deserve to be in there.
Yeah, they definitely deserve to be in top 5. So the Rockets do too, though, bro. The Rockets have beat some good teams this year, and they got their lick back on the Warriors because the Warriors had beat them like I think like the week before, and then they just got their lick back on the Warriors in the end season. See, I accounted for the end season tournament because
Oh,
it
that's
was
cool.
before the pod. It was before the
Yeah, that's
pod, so
cool.
I'm like, I'm gonna count that.
That's cool.
And so them beating the Warriors in the end season tournament game, the way they did by 1 point, I'm like, okay, I got to give it to them because that game meant a lot. Everybody was out there playing their hardest.
And who did you have at 1?
I had the Celtics. I know
Hey,
they
man.
lost to Memphis. I know they lost to Memphis, but the Celtics are still the Celtics, man. They still the best team in the league right now.
If the Cavs ain't lose to the Heat, because they should have won that game,
Yes.
they probably be 1. I think they probably be 1. And maybe I probably put the Celtics at 3. But losing to the Heat, I said, I don't know.
That's kind of bad. That's kind of bad. Like the
even
Heat
though
are
the
still
Heat
the
have been
Heat, but they
playing
have no
decent.
offense.
The Heat been playing decent lately, though. They've been playing decent lately. And like I said, I almost put the Clippers in there. I almost put the Clippers, but I said
They on the
nah.
losing streak right now, ain't they?
2 games. 2-game losing streak. 2-game losing streak. It was either them the Heat or the Clippers. But I said, but once you said Houston, I said, so I had to move some people down into the rankings. But I don't have a problem with you put in the in-season tournament because those games do count. Them games do count. So I don't have a problem with that. I was like, I'm really not gonna add this in here, but because I felt like everybody doesn't play a lot during this week. That's what I was like. If everybody's really not playing a lot this week, I shouldn't add these 2 teams that's playing. So like, it's gonna be a lot of these teams are playing right now. So I just said I'm not gonna add them, but I don't have a problem with it though.
Where you got the Knicks at?
7.
Yeah, I got the Knicks at 7 too. That loss to, like, don't get me wrong, Atlanta has been playing good, but that's a team that you're supposed to beat. And then you lost to Detroit. That was a team you're supposed to beat too.
They did lose to
Like, don't get me
Detroit.
wrong, I love my Detroit boys. I love them, and that was a good win for them. But you wasn't supposed to lose to Detroit, bro.
And you barely beat the Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
And Scotty got hurt late in, like, I think it was the 3rd quarter, like mid to late 3rd quarter. He got, and y'all was still in the battle. RJ Barrett played good. I give him credit. RJ Barrett was playing really good. But, that's a game y'all probably should have blown them out. Low key.
Yeah, the Raptors, yeah.
Y'all should have blown them out. But I was like, yeah, we're going to keep them in there. And the Magic, they're at the bottom. Bucks, like I said, Bucks been playing some good basketball. They like Dame and Giannis have been carrying. They've been carrying.
Hey, quick question: should RJ be in consideration for most improved?
Okay, I got another question for you. Should he be in the conversation for top 3 for most improved? If you want to say should he be in the conversation in general, I think he has a case. But should he be in the top 3? I'm not gonna go there.
Nah, I don't think he should be in the top 3, but he should definitely be into consideration because he's been playing way better this year.
Once we see like the whole ballot, because it's usually be about like 8 names. I think he'll be in there. I think he'll get a vote.
Yeah.
But RJ has been low key outside of Scotty, because Scotty been hurt majority of the year. He's been their best player.
Yeah, he has been their best player. I'll probably say him, then Podol, and then Scotty, but that's only because Scotty been hurt. Podol has been playing amazing this season.
What about Grady Dick?
Yeah, Grady in there too. Grady's been playing good. But since Scotty came back, it was like Grady took a back seat. But now that Scotty's injured again, he out for several weeks. Grady might pick back up.
Bro, I was just saying, I was like, bro, he just came back. He just came back and now he's hurt again.
Yep, ankle injury.
RJ Barrett, I think he deserves some. I think RJ deserves some consideration. What is he averaging? Let me look real quick.
He averaging 23. He averaging 23.6. Steals, 6 assists, and about 7 rebounds.
Damn, that's better than I thought. Whoa, okay.
His assist is up from last year. His steals are up from last year. His rebounding is about the same. And then his scoring is up. He's shooting better. Nah, he's not really shooting better from the three this year. He taking more threes, but he's shooting about 34% from three.
Well,
He just getting to the free throw. He just getting to the free throw line more. I mean, he only averaging 2 more points than last year, so it's like it's just the way he's playing. The way he's playing looks way better than what he did last year. Because the numbers don't really say most improved, but when you watch him play, he just looks like a better player.
man, we've been writing off RJ Barrett, man. RJ Barrett I think he's a good player. I feel like he
Yeah.
just don't get, for some reason, he don't get, we leave him way on the other side. Like, we don't even speak of him.
Because when he was coming out of high school and college, they thought he was going to be like a superstar, like the next big thing. And he hasn't really shown that he's like the next big thing. He's been playing good, don't get me wrong, but he hasn't been playing at that I'm a future superstar level.
He's just been a role player.
Yeah. Because like when him, Ja, and Zion and all them came out, they thought RJ Barrett was supposed to be. Remember, they was talking that RJ Barrett was supposed to be in contention for the #1 pick.
Did you really think he was in contention? Did you really think he could be #1 though?
No. Zion and Ja was just playing better than him.
But weren't you high more on Cam Reddish than RJ though?
Low key, yeah, I was. Me personally, I was. I thought Cam Reddish was literally gonna be like another Paul George. He reminded me so much of Paul George.
He don't do none of that.
None of it.
He don't do none of that, man.
I think it's because his confidence got taken, bro. Like once your confidence gets taken in the league, it's hard to get it back.
Do you blame that
It's
on Tom
hard.
Thibodeau to an extent,
Yeah.
or do you blame that just in
Nah,
Atlanta?
I low key blame it on Atlanta because I felt like DeAndre Hunter. Don't get me wrong, he's playing good now, but at that time, DeAndre Hunter was not playing that well. And then the playoffs, Cam showed you that he can be that go-to scorer if y'all need him to, and they didn't even give him a chance the next season. I thought y'all should have at least gave him a chance or gave him an expanded role or something like that, and they didn't even do that.
Do you think if he stays in Atlanta, does he be better, or does he end up like DeAndre Hunter is doing right now?
If he stays in Atlanta,
yes,
yeah. I think he do because in Atlanta, you can see he had like confidence in himself. When he got to New York, it was like he trying to find his role on the team, his fit on the team, and then Tibbs be messing with people minutes and stuff. So it was like his confidence was shocked after that.
I just feel like if the coach, if Tom Thibodeau basically tells you, I don't want him, I'm not gonna play him. Why are we trading for him? And that's exactly what Tom Thibodeau did. He didn't play him. He did not play him. Because I
Unless
thought
he was forced to.
I thought Cam Reddish was gonna come to New York and be decent. New team. Everybody
They didn't
always
have
needs something new.
nobody. They didn't really have nobody.
Because I think Evan Fournier was still starting at that time too. But Evan Fournier was
Come
getting
on,
that money
man.
though.
Yeah,
And
he was.
politics. He was getting that
he
money
was.
still. So I was like, I don't know how this gonna work, but Tom Thibodeau played the man for some apparent reason, bro. And I felt like if he stays in Atlanta, and let's just say they get Quinn Snyder, and especially like how they're playing now with basically a lot of wings surrounding Trey,
he'd fit perfectly, bro. He would fit perfectly.
Would he start though? They probably do they even draft Zachary Richardson?
No,
I said Zachary.
They don't draft him. They don't draft him. They probably would have won a different position.
What position?
Or knowing them, they might have still drafted him.
That's too many
Or flip that pick.
Okay, does Jalen Johnson become who he is? Because Jalen Johnson got to get through all these dudes, though.
Yeah, nah, Jalen Johnson wouldn't become who he was. Well, no, I think he would have because we forgetting DeAndre Hunter got hurt. Cam Reddish has been banged up too. So probably it'd be Bodon. He's been hurt. So I mean, it was Capella's been hurt. So like he would have had a chance to earn minutes.
I like Jalen Johnson, man. He creeping up in top 10 favorite players in the NBA right now. He creeping up in there. But that is it for our week 7 NBA power rankings. Now we're going to go over our takeaways from the week. Do you have any takeaways from this past week in the NBA?
No, yeah. First and foremost, man, we got to talk about Jordan Poole. He had a pool party versus the Nuggets, man. Yeah, he had some baddies at the crib that night, boy. He had 39 points. 9 for 20 for 3. And he's the reason why they won that game. Without that 39, they would have gotten 30 piece, maybe even 40 piece. Then, Jokic, he had 56 and 16 and 8 and still lost. But I got to give it up to my boy Jordan Poole, man. I got to give it to him. Whatever baddie he had before the game, she need to come back. She need to come back every game. If he dropping 39.
No Jamal Murray, no Aaron Gordon. I get it. But at the same time, the Wizards are on basically like a 16-game losing streak. You are still Nikola Jokic. Actually, I really can't even blame him.
Nah, you can't blame Jokic, bro.
I can't even blame Jokic.
56 and 16, that's crazy.
No, 56, 6. I can't even blame Jokic. I gotta go with the others. Like, bro, come on. We can't lose to the Wizards. We can't lose to the Wizards. We're losing to Jonas, Jordan Poole. I used to having a pool party. Like, come on. And hey, Jordan Poole, my guy. But come on, man. We gotta do better. But Jokic in general, and from that entire week, bro, against the Cavs, 27, 20, and 11. The Wizards, 56, 16, and 8. And then the Hawks, 48, 14, and 8. That 3-game stretch, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And they only won one game, and that was the Hawks.
I ain't gonna lie. As far as MVP talks now, bro, I know I said earlier I wouldn't give it to him. Earlier in the weeks, I wouldn't give it to him because, voters fatigue. But, bro, him playing like this, if he keeps playing like this the rest of the season, dropping 40 balls and 50 balls and 40-point triple-doubles and 30-point, bro, I see, how can you not give it to him?
I told you that. I said, I remember I told you.
He wasn't doing this, though. He wasn't doing no 56 and 16.
But he was getting
dropping no 48.
But he was getting triple-doubles, though. And he was getting like 28, probably like 12, 13 rebounds and like 10, 11 assists. I said if he keeps playing just like now, he wasn't getting 50s and 40s. Yes, he was not getting
20s.
But I even said it before that. I said, bro, if he keeps playing like this, they're gonna give it to him. But the thing is, I think their seeding is not good. I think they're the 7 seed. So but if he keeps playing like this, if he can sneak into, say, the top 5,
if he get that 5th seed, he getting it. If he get that 5th seed, he's getting the MVP, bro. Because ain't no way you cannot. You have to give it to him. If he's dropping 56 and 16 and 8 and 48 and whatever and 20 and 20s, bro, you gotta give it to him. Because ain't nobody in the league doing that right now. Especially if he gets them up to the 5th seed, bro. He has to win MVP again. He has to.
Low-key, though, I think the MVP race, I think is really 4 players in it. And that's Jokic, Giannis, Tatum, and Shea. I think those are the 4 right now. And Tatum and Shea ain't sniffing what Jokic and Giannis are doing right now. They ain't sniffing it.
Hey, do you think the players should vote for MVP? Like the players should both do like the MVP, the Rookie of the Year, and 6-man instead of the analysts and stuff. Yeah.
I want to say yes, but I say no because I feel like it would be the same thing because voters have voter fatigue. But say a player, he doesn't like a player's game, he ain't gonna vote for you, or he just don't like you, or just don't like you. Like I think it would be the same thing. But I think players who would be more into like if he's like that, I'm gonna vote for him regardless. Like if he really is like if he's really playing at this high of a level, he got his team at say the third seed, fifth seed, or whatever. I think they will vote for him. But I feel like it would kind of be the same thing. Because if I don't like you, I ain't gonna vote for you, brother. I don't care how good you're playing.
So,
Like
because to
I'm
be
just
honest,
saying.
I don't think Giannis will get any vote. Well, he'll probably get some votes from the players in the league, but I don't think he would ever win MVP if the players had to vote for it, bro. Because no one likes Giannis. Don't nobody like Giannis in the league.
Why nobody like Giannis?
Cause I mean, like we heard what James Harden said about him, and then like when he was playing the Magic, a couple of years back, James Harden said he had no skill. All he do is dunk.
Well, yeah, all he did was run and dunk.
Yeah. So, James Harden don't like him. And then like a lot of people feel like Giannis does more contact than they do. So like when he's driving to the hole, he's giving you a bunch of elbows and shoulders, and players don't like that, bro. Because they feel like he's creating all the contact, but when I dish it back, I'm getting called for a foul. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand he's 7 foot, 240 pounds. He Greek freak, I understand that, but at the same time, he's coming to the hole throwing bows and shoulders, and he creating all the contact, and you calling me for a foul? So I don't really think players rock with Giannis like that.
Because once again, Giannis is having MVP year. What is he averaging? Let me see. 32, 11, 6 assists with a block. I mean, what more do you want him? Like he's having a good year. And I do think he deserves it. But if Jokic, man, I've been said it. If Jokic keep playing like this, and if he can sneak into fifth, he'll get it. We go talk. Yeah, we could talk about it, man. LeBron and
more performances?
No, I know it's going to it. No, I'm going to it right now. I'm good. We're still probably gonna talk about the game though. LeBron and AD both go for 38 double-doubles, and they still lose the goddamn game. Anthony Davis, 38, 10, and 8, and LeBron, 39, 10, and 11, and they still lose the game. Those are amazing performances. I think they said, I don't remember the year, but they said that's the first Lakers duo since Kobe and Shaq to have 30-point double-doubles. And they lose. But do you have any takeaways from that game and just performances in general?
I don't understand how they lost that game.
I don't. I know how they lost. They just shouldn't lost, but I know how they lost. But go ahead.
Yeah, like to me, I don't understand how they lost, bro. You have LeBron and Anthony Davis. Don't get me wrong. The Hawks have been playing really good, bro. But at the end of the day, you have nobody that can stick them to. Yeah, they dropped 30 and 30-point triple doubles. Like you said, ain't no way you're supposed to lose to the Hawks, bro. They gotta get that defense figured out. Because they have trouble against point guard.
It's terrible.
If you're a good point guard, you're gonna eat against the Lakers. You're gonna eat against them. Barbecue motherfucking chicken. Barbecue chicken, bro.
Trae Young was doing this thing, bro. He hit the game.
31 and 20. He had 31 and 20.
And I mean,
my thing is the Hawks, bro. What really, other than Jalen Johnson, what scores do they? Well, you probably say DeAndre Hunter and Bogan, but they really don't have no legit scores for real. So Trae getting them 20. Trae getting them 20 assists, bro. My thing is, it's like, okay, only really scoring threat that y'all have for real is Trae Young. That's the only person that I'm truly scared of going off on me. So if you cut the head off the snake, y'all should have won that game. You shouldn't have let Trae drop 31 points.
Look at this, though. The Hawks bench, Okongwu gave you 15, DeAndre Hunter gave you 26, and Bogan gave you 20. That's just from the bench.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. That's real bad. The bench scored at least 50-something points. Yeah.
Come on. Like, we got out rebounded 48 to 30. I mean, 48 to 40. Had more assists. 3-pointers, about the same. Basically shot 50% from the field. We shot free throws free throws were better. The defense is just bad. And they need a POA defender badly. They need that. They just need a defensive guard. Low key, it won't happen. But if some way, somehow, if they can just get a 20 per minute game, Lonzo, I will take that any day. I will take 20 minutes per game, Lonzo, bro.
I don't know. I agree with you. They need defense, but I don't know if it's necessarily a guard. Cause like, we'll probably have to look that up specifically. Cause I wonder how many paint points that the Hawks had. I wonder how many paint points they had.
Let me see.
Because if you get another big to pair with AD can
58
slide on the perimeter.
58 points in the paint.
And how much they score?
134.
134. So they damn near had half their points came from the paint. So it's like we need paint protections because if you put a big there to pair with AD, that means it gives AD time to play on the perimeter more. So which means them threes and then he could play them threes gonna cut down, then he's gonna play help side for weak side blocks and stuff, and he can help out LeBron more. He can help out Austin Reeves more. I think they need a big.
Some points off turnovers was 25. 25 points off turnovers?
How many turnovers they have?
15. And they scored 25 points off that. I mean, LeBron played great. Anthony Davis played great. No Austin Reeves. So I think they started Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent actually played not
okay.
bad.
Yeah, he played okay.
But sometimes, man, he just still not it. Gabe Vincent is not it. It's not it, bro. Dalton Connect has come back down to earth. He had that little stretch a month ago when he was killing. We need Austin Reeves back. We need something because we need another offensive boost. But so really, they need a POA defender, probably another defensive wing, and just another big or something. Bro, we don't even really have another big. It's really just Anthony Davis.
I know that we're gonna talk about this later, but what Dennis Schroeder help? Him coming back, would that help? Because he's not a lockdown, but he's a good defender as a point guard, and he could score. And you get another ball handler. He better than D'Lo.
I would definitely take Dennis Schroeder right now over D'Angelo Russell and Gabe Vincent. Easily. I would take that any day. But honestly, the Lakers, the LeBron and AD played great, and they got it, and I give them credit. And LeBron, because remember, we was just talking about it's LeBron James wash, and then he comes back and has a great game.
Mm-hmm.
So, they played great. You got something else?
Your boy Evan Mobley. He had 41 and 10.
I had him on.
Against the Hornets.
That's probably one of his best offensive games ever.
Yes. No, that is his best offensive game ever. I think that was his career high, 41.
And 6 from 8 from the 3? 6 from 8 from the 3?
Yeah, that was good. That has to be consistent though if they wanna make it far in the playoffs. But granted, the Hornets, did Mark Williams play that game? But I'm saying because granted, the Hornets really don't have no bigs. I know they just came back, but I don't know if they came back for that game specifically. But that was I like that out of Evan Mobley. This is the Evan Mobley. They didn't play.
Well, Mark Williams did play. He just came off the bench.
Okay. But this is the Evan Mobley we've been waiting on. This is the Evan Mobley the Cavs have been waiting on. If Evan Mobley continues to I'm not saying he has to drop 40 every night, but if he continues to play this aggressive offensively, the Cavs can make it far. Especially if he's consistent.
you might be right. This probably was Mobley's best offensive game, man. Just we've been waiting for him to like at least get a consistent 3-pointer. He went 6 from 8 from the three. We've always known he has the talent. That's why he was in the top 10 of the top 25 under 25 list. Like because of this game, Evan Mobley has the talent. Just it's just been stuck in there because they got a lot of talent. Do you think if Mobley was the guy, would we have more games? He ain't dropping 40 every night, but would we have more games somewhat like this if he was the guy? Or does
Like
he need
if
talent
Donovan
around
Mitchell
him?
wasn't there, like
Yes.
if Donovan Mitchell was,
Let's just say Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen ain't there. Let's just take them two out and just let it be Darius and Mobley.
yeah, I think he had more nights like this. I think he had been dropping like more high 20s, maybe some 30s here and there. And then his offensive game would have had to develop quicker. Because since they had Donovan Mitchell there, you ain't really gotta do much offensively because you got Donovan Mitchell. You know what I mean? His role was different when he first came in the league. Basically play defense, you know what I'm saying? Take your open shots in there in the third and when and then evolve as the years go on. But if Donovan Mitchell wasn't there, I think he would have had to have his offensive game would have grew way quicker. Way because they would have needed another scorer besides Darius Garland. So I think he would have done that. Yeah, he would have been having more games like this.
I got Joel Embiid returns and drops 31 and 12 on the
Yeah.
Bulls.
Yeah.
Hey, he cooked them. He cooked
Exciting.
the Bulls. I'm
was a
like,
real
bro.
sighting.
He started from 3-pointer. He didn't hit no threes. I think he was 0 for 5 from 3. But he got it going. Boy, it was barbecue chicken, man.
Look, we never know when we gonna see Joel Embiid. But we had that was a Joel Embiid type of game. 30, I think it was like what'd you say, 31 and 12? It was like either 31 or 32 and 12 or something.
31 and 12.
You gotta talk about Maxey too. Maxey had a triple double.
I had him on here too. Maxey got his first triple double. Hey, cook the Bulls. Low key, Philly, I think they're like 3 games out of the play-in. Hey, it might be. He got a chance. I mean, I never had. I think they was still gonna make it.
People in the comments was talking about the Sixers wasn't gonna do nothing. They was talking about I was crazy because I said they gonna go on a little win streak now that Joel was back. I ain't looking too crazy.
Can they overtake the Bulls for that? And the Pistons, because the Pistons and the Bulls are in front of them. So can they take over the Pistons and the Bulls?
Yes, as long as Paul George and Joel Embiid can play games this entire season, yes, they would.
Bro, they're literally a game and a half out of the play-in spot. Literally a game and a half out.
And they probably got a soft spot in their schedule coming up soon.
I think they do, low key. Let me see. So the rest of this month, they got Pacers tomorrow.
They should be able to win that if Joel plays.
They got the Hornets back to back.
They should win both of those games.
And these are not back, and these are not back to back either. So both Paul George and Joel should play. So these aren't even back to back. Then you got Cleveland. Well, Cleveland and the Hornets, they play the Hornets on Monday, then they play them again on Friday. But in the Cavs and the Hornets are back to back. So I expect them to probably not play them. Against the Hornets.
Wait, so after the Hornets, it's the Cavs in the back-to-back.
No, it's the Hornets. It's the Hornets on Monday. Then they play the Hornets again on Friday. Then they play the Cavs on Saturday in the back-to-back.
Okay. Yeah, so they probably won't play that Hornets game.
That second Hornets game. I wouldn't play them that game. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Then they play the Cavs. Then they play the Spurs. Then they play the Celtics on Christmas. Then the Jazz. Then the Blazers.
I could see them easily going 5-3 or 6-2. I can see them going 6-2, 6-2 or 5-3 in the next 8 games.
Because you got the Pacers. Honestly, I think they should beat the Hornets
even
without Embiid.
That the Pacers one, that's iffy. That's an iffy one. They should beat the Hornets, like you said. They should still beat the Hornets that second game.
Yes. Then
The
you face the
Cavs, that one
Spurs.
iffy. That one iffy. The Cavs is iffy, so that's 2.
Then they face the Spurs.
They should beat them.
Then they face the Celtics. I think they lose that game
That
regardless.
one, that one iffy too. So them the
Then they
only 3
face the
losses I
Jazz
can
and the
give.
Blazers.
Yeah, they should win those games.
So they can sneak into there, but Maxey 25, 11, and 14. Hey man, Maxey, his 3-point shooting ain't good this year, but he's been keeping the team afloat majority of the year at least because he's been hurt too. They all been hurt, but this is the first full game all 3 played. It's crazy because we're in game 20 whatever, and this is the first game they all played together. Well, first full game. Wait, do you have anybody?
Yeah, the last one I got is Jalen Suggs versus the Suns. That's after Franz got hurt. He dropped like 26. Jalen Suggs has been playing well since Franz has been hurt, but he willed that team to a W. And I got to give him his credit for that because I didn't even think they was gonna beat the Suns. But he pulled together. He pulled that team together. He rallied that team together, and he got them a win. So I got to give him his credit for that.
I got K. K had a triple-double against the Knicks. K has been playing good, and I think a lot of people. I think Cat ain't played that game, but I know a lot of people probably didn't even have them even winning that game anyway. But K went into the Garden and got it done, man. K has been playing really good, and I want to give him his credit. I want to give K his credit, man. He got triple double, and Luka had them back-to-back triple doubles too. We'll get into like that Thunder game basically next. But before that game, Luka was playing good. He was getting somewhat back to form, and he been playing good. So, got to give credit to Luka in the triple doubles. So, that is it for our NBA takeaways of the week. Now we are going to review the in-season tournament quarterfinals. Obviously, we had games yesterday, and then we had games Tuesday. On Tuesday we had the Magic and the Bucks. Then we had the Mavericks and the Thunder. Then yesterday we had the Knicks and the Hawks, and then we had the Rockets and the Warriors. So let's just start from Tuesday and then make our way down. Give our recap on the games, what we like, dislike. Let's start with the Orlando Magic and the Milwaukee Bucks. What are your takeaways from that game?
Well, first and foremost, Jalen Suggs played great. He had 32 and 9. But the reason why the Magic lost that game is because they didn't have enough firepower. I feel like if Franz was there, they might have beaten the Bucks. I'm not even gonna lie. They might have beaten the Bucks. They lost that game, like I said, they didn't have enough firepower. And then they got all rebounded. No, I'm sorry. They didn't get out rebounded. The Bucks got out rebounded. The Bucks got out rebounded, and they had less turnovers than the Bucks, and they still lost. So like the Magic, they played a great game. It's just they didn't have enough firepower. That's literally it. That's literally all it is. That's what I took away from it. The Bucks, they've been playing good. They've been winning games, but that defense still ain't it. Y'all almost lost to the Orlando Magic without Paolo and Franz. That's bad. That's bad. But yeah, that's what I took away from it.
Bobby Portis had a great game.
Yeah, he did. He did. Bobby Portis played great.
He had 22 and 10 off the bench. Bobby Portis had a great game. Honestly though, I think the Magic lost that game really because it was just too late. Because I felt like Jalen Suggs took if Jalen Suggs was playing like how he was and thinking in that fourth quarter when he dropped like 16 points, or at least played somewhat decent, I think they probably win that game. And I even said it before we was making our picks. I was like, but obviously this was before the Franz news, obviously. But I did say, I was like, I think this game's gonna be close. I did say that. I was like, I feel like it's gonna be close because I feel like the Magic are showing that their defense can keep them in games, which has kept them in games. So you don't have Paulo, you don't have Franz, and Jonathan Isaac don't play. So now, really, who's gonna be the guy? Who's gonna be the scorer? Jalen Suggs is showing, put me in the big three. Put me. You talk about Paulo and Franz. Put me in there too. Let us become a big three. Jalen Suggs play good, and I think their bench played pretty good too. Anthony Black played.
Black.
He
Yeah.
played good, bro.
17. He had 17, didn't he?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
Anthony Black
He didn't
played
hit no
good.
threes though.
He went 5 from 8 from the three. But when I'm looking at this, Magic 6 for 27 from three. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? And the Bucks shoot 36%. It is what it is. But if we're gonna shoot all them threes and not hit, we're damn near gonna lose. Like, it's gonna happen. And
no, G, he didn't take no threes. He didn't take no threes.
Anthony Black?
Yeah, he didn't take no threes.
No, I was talking about the Bucks. Oh, you talking about against Philly? Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm talking about against Orlando. Nah, I mean against the Bucks last game. And he didn't take no threes, G.
Anthony Black?
Yeah, he didn't take no threes.
Oh, you're right. I was looking at free throws.
Yeah,
I saw 5 from 8 from free throws. I saw free throws. My bad. No, Jalen Suggs was 3 from 11. Yeah, nobody was really hitting. Nobody hit threes at KCP. Yeah. You're supposed to be our best 3-point shooter, and you can't do.
And he didn't do nothing
with the women's season. You said it earlier. I think they're really gonna miss Franz. I know Paulo, but they've been without Paulo for a minute, so they kind of gotten used to it. But now that Franz is gonna be gone for a minute, I think that's really gonna affect them.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they just gotta stay afloat. Because if Paulo come back, Paulo literally just gonna do the same thing Franz was doing. It's just gonna be like roles are switched. When Paulo was out, Franz was killing. Now when Paulo comes back, and now that Franz is out, Paulo is gonna kill. So they just gotta stay afloat. That's all. They just gotta stay afloat.
I think Wendell needs to be a better offensive player now. Can't give me 8 points, brother.
When he was coming out of college, he was saying that he had a bigger offensive bag than he was able to show at Duke. And so far since he's been in the NBA, I haven't seen that offensive bag.
Well, he did play for the Bulls, and the Bulls are.
Yeah, they stunted his growth. They definitely stunted his growth.
No, it's crazy. Oh, I can't. Not bad. Dame took off in that fourth quarter.
Dame time.
He kept them in the game because he went off. I think he scored like almost 10 points in that fourth quarter. Give Dame credit because Giannis did his thing. He didn't rebound well, but Giannis did his thing. Giannis is always gonna kill regardless. But I like that Dame took off, and Dame has been playing good this year. Like last year, he wasn't playing like Dame, but this year he's playing like Dame. I like what.
Hey, before the season started, I said Dame was gonna be the old Dame, and I said Paul George is gonna go back to Indiana. Paul George, he didn't prove me right yet, but so far Dame has proven me right.
I was just about to say, Paul George ain't been doing. Paul George has been hurt.
Nothing.
They say he got more minutes on podcast than he did on the court. Nah, brother. Nah. But let's move on to the next game. Your guys, the Dallas Mavericks and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Dallas Mavericks basically get beat down by the OKC Thunder. What are your takeaways from the Mavericks and the Thunder's game?
I mean, I'm sad my boys lost. I thought my boys was gonna end up winning the whole thing. Well, first and foremost, I picked the Lakers to win the whole thing. But when they got eliminated, I thought my boys was gonna pull through for me. But Luka and Kyrie didn't show up. That's just plain and simple. They didn't show up. But Shea did.
Oh God, Shea was. Woo!
And they were doubling Luka almost every possession. Either they were doubling him on pick and rolls, or they were doubling him as soon as he caught the ball. So they was making someone else beat them besides Luka. And they had too many turnovers, and they got out rebounded.
They ain't killing my boys, but yes, they did get out rebounded.
And then the Thunder, they shot like 20 more shots than the Mavs. I think the Thunder had like 17 offensive boards, bro.
Oh, they killed them on they killed them on the offensive rebounds. Killed them.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
They had
and the
17
Mavericks,
offensive rebounds. 17 offensive rebounds.
bro, and the Mavericks don't have a small team at all, and they just got Hardenstein back. So I'm like, I understand Hardenstein's a good rebounder, but y'all get out rebounded like that, and then y'all give up all those offensive rebounds. Like, come on. But I mean, that's what I took away from the game. Luka and Kyrie didn't show up, and then they were doubling Luka every pick and roll or every time he caught the ball, so they can make someone else beat them. But yeah, it was a good game though. It was a good game.
It was not a good game. It was not.
They tried to come back at the end.
Because Kyrie hit them 2 threes in the corner, got it down to 8. Then Shea literally comes right back in the game
and hit a 3.
And it was
hit a 3. I'm like, what?
Shea was 5 for 9 from 3. Hey, Shea has attempted his most threes. He's attempting 6, and he's doing pull-up 3-pointers now. If this is a part of his game, hey, Shea might be him. But low-key though, I saw something that said this is Kyrie and Luka's lowest scoring game combined since they've been together. Yes. But what I got from this game was I think the Thunder wanted it more. I just saw them out hustle them, just beat them on everything, beat them on possessions. Like we said, 17 offensive rebounds. That's more possessions. And like you said,
20. That's hustle.
Yeah, that's hustle
all right there.
I think I saw one time Alex Caruso got a rebound, and then I think it was at the end of the corner, Isaiah Joe hit a 3. I mean, that's hustle. Like, they wanted it more. And I said, this is a revenge game. But low-key, though, nobody can stop Shea. He can't be stopped. And I saw I think they said his last 10 games against the Mavericks, he averages like 30-some points per game against them. Like, now, PJ Washington didn't play. I don't know if that makes a big difference.
I don't think that would have mattered.
But I love the Isaiah Hardenstein addition. I love it, bro. Because he's bringing the defense, he's bringing the rebounding, and he's a good passer for a big. What he's bringing is what they needed. We just wish it was with him and Chet, but Chet is out.
I low-key think they're not gonna run that big lineup. Let me say it like this. I think they're gonna run that big lineup only in the playoffs when they go up against a big team. So having Hardenstein at the 5, Chet at the 4, and so on and so on. But other than that, once Chet comes back, because I was gonna ask you, do you think they're gonna start both bigs, or when Chet comes back, they're just gonna move Hardenstein back to the bench?
Well, it depends on the team. Depends on what team they play. And I think they put Hardenstein back to the bench. For some reason, I think they're going to keep Chet at center.
Yeah.
Whenever he does come back. Do you think Chet's coming back? Man broke his hip. Do you think he's coming back?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to come back. I mean,
some people think he's not coming back. I think he's coming back.
Yeah, I don't know how bad the break was. Like, I don't know.
I mean, he broke your hip. I've never had a broken hip, so I wouldn't know.
But see, so it's like for instance, like technically I had a broken wrist, but like my wrist had like a hairline fracture, and the hairline fracture is just basically like a small little break. So I don't know if it's like a small break or if it's like a severe break. Like, I don't know how bad the break is, but regardless, take like usually about 4 to 8 weeks for a bone to heal. Like, I'm not no doctor, so I don't know what's going on with Chet, but usually it takes about 4 to 8 weeks about basically 2-3 months for a bone to heal.
He's gonna be reevaluated in months, so we probably ain't gonna see an update until probably like February. Probably like after All-Star break. So if I'm them, if I had to guess, I would say, let me see. I say he will come back probably sometime in March.
Yeah, he coming back before the playoffs for sure. He's definitely coming back before the play. Like, I don't get why they be labeling these players out indefinitely. Like with Franz, they labeled him out indefinitely. Bro, he's gonna be back by the time the season's over with.
Well, I guess so. Well, I saw something that said so they don't have to hear from people saying like, oh, he's gonna be back in 2-3 weeks, but he doesn't come back in 2 weeks. Let's just say he's just out indefinitely. Let's just say he's out indefinitely. So, because if you say out 2-3 weeks, then you don't come back, it's like, okay, what's up? Why he ain't coming back? But if we just say out indefinitely, we don't know when he's coming back. Really, we just know he's out. We just know.
Because they said that about Kawhi, and now they talking about Kawhi's returning in 2 weeks.
Well, they did say he was, and bro, they would have said Kawhi coming back in 2-3 weeks. Would you have believed it?
No.
So they put him out indefinitely. So it's like, okay, we just know he's out. We just don't know when he's coming back. But I like the Thunder, man. I like the Thunder, and yeah, your boy Luka played like poop. He played bad. He played.
I mean,
they
were doubling, bro. They were literally doubling him after every pick and roll, or as soon as he caught the ball, every rip.
A -14. Well, everybody in the starting lineup was bad. If we're being honest, everybody. I'm looking at -12 for Derek Lively, -14 for Luka. Kyrie was a 0. -17 for Klay Thompson, -10 for Quentin Grimes, -14
what was Gafford?
A 0.
So he played better than Lively. Okay.
Like, played bad. Luka played terrible. Terrible, bro. And that's your guy. That's you.
Yeah, I mean, man, look, I told you, he came into the season hurt, and he's been dealing with injuries since the season started.
You think that? Okay, My bad for cutting you off. You think that is the reason why he is somewhat playing bad? I know he played good past 2 games, but that's the reason.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's the full reason. It's I think it's other stuff involved with it. I don't think he's truly in shape. And then like he came in with injuries with his knees. Well, I think it was just his knee, but he came in and the season started with a calf injury, and then the knee injury, like all that stuff that affects how you play. If I can't run down the court like I used to, or stop on a dime because it'll hurt if I do this move, it's gonna hurt my knee. Like all that stuff matters. I mean, especially when you're one of the best players in the league and you seeing double teams almost every night, like, yeah, I think that's part of it. I don't think that's the sole reason, but I think that's part of it.
Do you think they should shut him down for like a week?
You can't do that. You can't do that. Nah, if you shut him down for a week, y'all might drop.
But they were playing good without him, though.
But now you gotta rely on Quentin Grimes to step up.
Quentin Grimes been playing good. Can you not lie and say he had been playing good?
Yeah, he's been okay.
I think he's been playing better than what we expected.
Is he playing better than Klay? Is he playing better than Klay? I think they both playing like the same.
I think it's the argument.
I think it's the argument. The same.
Hey, but, I wouldn't. If somebody tells me Quentin Grimes playing better than Klay Thompson right now, I wouldn't. I might have to think about it. And be like, he might be right. All right, the next games that happened yesterday. Let's start with the Knicks and the Hawks. What are your takeaways from the Hawks and the Knicks?
First off, that was a great game. Second of all, Trae Young owns the New York Knicks. He owns them, bro.
King of New York?
Yes, he's the king of New York, bro. He's the king of New York. Bro, the man sat there at half court, fake like he was rolling dice on a logo. That is so disrespectful. Like, bro, he basically just said, I'm finna win. I won my money because of y'all. I'm winning my money because of y'all now. They might actually end up winning the whole thing, to be honest with you. But the Hawks, their guards, like Dyson Daniels, he has been amazing. If he stays healthy the entire year, he deserves to be on the all NBA defensive team. And from what I've seen, when the Hawks have beaten the Celtics and the Cavs and the Bucks and all these big teams and the Knicks, it's because they're shutting down their guards. And all that has to do with Dyson Daniels and Jalen Johnson and those wings that they have over there. Without them, the Hawks would not have been beating these big teams. I mean, these playoff teams. But I'm surprised that the Hawks out rebounded the Knicks because Cat is what is he? I don't know if he's number one or if he's two. I know he's top 3 in
That is a
rebounding in the
great
league for sure.
rebounder this year. He's a great
Yeah,
rebounder this
he's
year.
top. He's top 3. He's top 3. He's top 3 in rebounding this year. But I'm surprised they out rebounded them. It was like 58-49. But
The
yeah, I'm
offensive
surprised
rebounds
at the
was
Hawks.
crazy.
What was it?
22. They had 22 offensive rebounds.
The Hawks?
Yes.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's bad.
you
Yeah,
saw
bro.
it
You
in like
can't win
that
no games
in
like
that
that.
fourth quarter. They was getting a lot of rebounds. That's why
I
they
ain't know it
won
was
this
22
game.
though. Yeah,
They
I
had
ain't know it was
22
22.
offensive rebounds. That's one of
Third
the reasons why
quarter.
they won.
That third quarter is why they won.
That
They outscored
Trae
them
Young woke up.
34-18. Yeah, they outscored them 34-18 in that third quarter. Because to start the third quarter, they went on like an 8-0 run and got back in the game real quick, just like that. But the Hawks might be legit. The Hawks might just be legit. And Trae Young hasn't had really a Trae Young year.
He's
He's
not.
been
He
kind of
hasn't.
yeah, it's been kind of a down year for him. You know what I mean? And they've been playing really well.
He's only
So the
averaging
Hawks,
21 points. He's still averaging
yeah,
12 assists, which is what he kind of does. But points wise, this is lowest since his rookie year.
yeah.
So
But the
he's having
Hawks
a
might be
down.
legit. They might be legit.
What I've learned is, I think what we've all seen, the Knicks defense is still not that good. It's not good. And I love that Cat is playing amazing. But I felt like he was missing his Robin and Jalen Brunson that game. I think if Jalen Brunson has a really good game, I think there's a chance they win. But Dyson Daniels and that defense, man, they was smothering him. It took him a lot. Like he was fighting to get his points. And you look, and another thing, the refs let them play. They was
Yeah, they
letting them
did.
play, man.
I'm
Refs let
glad
them
they
play.
did though. I'm glad they did.
The refs let them play. And I'm like, damn, they letting them play. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Why is Mikhail's defense not like how it was? Have you noticed that? His defense is not the same like how you would think it was, at least in
Yeah.
Phoenix.
I don't know if it's because they want him. I mean, because if you think about it, they got Josh Hart. He's a great defender. And they got OG. He's a great defender. So I don't know. I mean, of course, if you're with a Tibbs team, you have to play defense regardless. But I don't know if Tibbs wants Bridges, like, I wouldn't say resting, but not working as hard on defense because we need you for offense. Because if you really think he their third best scorer behind Cat and Brunson.
Well, OG
And
been their third
so
best scorer low key this year, at least.
So it's like I don't know if Tibbs wants Mikhail to focus more on offense because they need that firepower. So like, cause what did he drop against the Hawks? How much did he have?
It's 19 points, but he was 9 from 17, 1 for 5 from the three.
I mean, 9 for 17. That's not bad. But 1 for 7. You said 1 for 7 from 3 or 1 for 6?
1 for 5. 1 for 5.
1 for 5. 1 for 5. Yeah, that has to be better. But in my opinion, if you see Jalen Brunson isn't having a good game, you're supposed to step it up. You're technically supposed to be their third best player, their third best scorer. You have to step it up, bro, when you see Jalen Brunson having a bad game. So the Knicks need to figure something out. They need to figure that defense out because trying to outscore your opponents every single game, that's gonna work some games, but it's not gonna work every game, and it's not gonna win you no championship.
DeAndre Hunter had 24 points off the bench. He was a plus 10 on the court. Hey, DeAndre Hunter is playing really good.
He got to stay on the bench, bro. He has to stay on the bench now. You can't put him back into the starting lineup. You can't. That's gonna mess up the whole team chemistry. That's gonna mess up team chemistry now.
I'm keeping DeAndre Hunter on the bench. He's better than Zachary Richardson, but Jesus Christ, man, he is playing Is he a candidate for 6th man of the year? He might be.
If he keeps this up, yeah, he might be. He just might be.
But yeah, I'm looking. Jalen Johnson had 15 rebounds. Clint Capella had 13, and Okongwu had 11. I mean, when you getting basically out rebounded, because they had 58 rebounds total. And if you go kill them on the boards like that, the Knicks ain't gonna win nothing. I mean, they really only got one rebound, and that's Cat. Cat has
Cat.
been really good rebounding. He's
Well,
just
Josh Hart. Josh Hart.
I'm gonna go with Cat. Like Cat, Josh Hart, he gonna get you at least 7 or 8, but Cat been giving you damn near 13
I
or
mean,
14
I'm just
rebounds.
saying, Hart is the only other rebounder. Just them two.
Oh,
Them two
I
really
get you.
only.
I get you. I
Yeah.
get you. That ain't good then. If Josh Hart is my
No.
second best rebounder, that ain't good. No
No,
offense.
it's not.
And then they said that Mitchell Robinson is supposed to come back in like late January.
Mm.
They need him.
Do you start him?
No. Well, no, at least not to start off. No. No. Yes, you're right. Josh Hart is their second best rebounder. This is sad. The next closest person
What,
who at
OG?
least, OG with 5.
Yeah.
That ain't good. But
No, it's
no,
not.
that game, Trae Young took over in that third quarter, man. Then he almost sold me on my bet, but everybody else played really good. Like Dyson Daniels, he played okay, but I like Clint Capella, bro. They want to get rid of him so bad, but
But
they
they
low key
can't.
can't.
They can't.
But
But
they
they can't.
can't. Because he does a lot for them, Loki. He does a lot for them. It's like we can't get rid of you because what you do, Okongwu can't. So it's like we gotta keep you. But they want to get rid of him so bad.
So bad, bro.
His
So bad.
defense, his rebounding, Okongwu just doesn't bring that every night. He just doesn't. And I like
Mm-hmm.
Okongwu. I think he has way more talent than Clint, obviously, but he just don't bring what Clint can. He just don't. And Jalen Johnson, I can't speak no more, man. 21, 15, and 7, 2 steals and 2 blocks. Hey,
Nah, he
man,
damn near got most improved. He damn near got that locked up. He damn near got most improved
locked up after 20 games? Locked up.
Bro, the way if he keeps playing like this, he low key got it locked up. I'm just banking on the fact that he's continuing to play like this. If he continues to play like this, he will have that award locked up. Cause ain't nobody else doing that. That's on that list.
I am surprised though they did lose though, because even though the Hawks were playing good, we both picked the Knicks to win because we thought that offense was gonna be good enough. But Trae Young, rolling dice, man, said it's my time. It's my time to shine. Last game, the Warriors and the Houston Rockets. They said that the Warriors got cheated. I'll let Charles speak of that, and I'll speak of it. But what are your takeaways from the Rockets and the Warriors?
Well, to address that whole cheating thing, I don't. Okay, well, first and foremost, I thought the ref should have called a jump ball. That's what I thought. I thought they should have called a jump ball. Now the foul, I can see them calling the foul because they dove on them or whatever like that. But my thing is, if y'all letting them play the entire game, when it comes down to a loose ball like that, why would you call a foul? That makes no sense. You literally just gave them the game. Instead of them doing a jump ball, you just gave the Rockets that game. Granted, Jalen Green still had to come down and hit his free throws, and the Warriors still, I think they had like 3.8 or like 4 seconds left on the clock. So he still had a chance to win, but they should just call a jump ball. They should just call a jump ball for the first place. But that was a tough, grounded out game. Sengun, Curry, and Jabari, they played good. But everybody else really didn't show up. It was really just them three the entire game. And the Rockets, well, I think I said last week if the Rockets are gonna
Kuminga played okay.
Yeah, he played okay. He was like 8 for 22.
8 for 20 for 20.
Yeah, but
that ain't good, but
nah, it ain't good. It's okay. But I think last week I said if the Rockets, I picked the Rockets to win. But I said if the Rockets win, they have to shut down Curry and they have to stop their threes. And they held them to 32% from three, and they were hitting their free throws, and that's how they won. If you can stop the Warriors 3-point barrage, you can beat them, and that's what they did.
Yeah, they were 12 for 38.
And Curry really didn't have a good game. I mean, he played good, but it wasn't no Steph Curry game.
It wasn't a Chef Curry game. It wasn't
a Steph Curry game. He didn't cook them. Y'all did what they had to do.
That was probably one of the most physical games I've seen all year. A 91-90 game. Like, we don't see that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Rockets, they played good. Sengun he kept them in the game. He had 26 and 11. I don't know what more, like, and plus they're the biggest team out there, obviously, because the Warriors, they want to run Draymond Green and Jonathan Kuminga and stuff like that. It is what it is. The Warriors didn't have Andrew Wiggins. I think that could have helped them. I don't know. It is what it is. We will never know. But the Warriors showed me that they need another scorer.
Yeah.
They need another scorer.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder, I don't think they're thinking about it, but they probably should have made that Zach LaVine trade. I think they should have did it. Because Zach LaVine is playing really good right now, and he was out here trying to prove people wrong. Like, because I remember when we did our top shooting guard list, I think you had him in the top 10. I just don't remember where. But people was
It was like
people been
8.
kind of sleeping. Okay, that's cool. But people were
Yeah.
sleeping on him, and people think he's just not good. Zach LaVine always been a good player. He always been a good
Mm-hmm.
player, and I think if Zach LaVine was in this game, they probably win.
Yeah.
Probably win this game.
Because they don't have nobody that can guard him. They really don't have it. How you gonna guard him? And like, I'm not calling him Clay, but he can
Yes.
shoot the ball really well. He can shoot the ball really well. So how are you gonna stop Zach and Steph when you got two great shooters like that?
But I think the Rockets just wanted it more. Like, they hustled Jalen Green. I don't know what happened because Jalen Green was killing at one point. Then he ain't been good. He ain't been
Hello?
playing. He's been inconsistent. That's the problem. He's just been inconsistent. One game he'll have 30, then the next he'll have 9. It's like, what
Who
are you
that
doing,
sound
bro?
like? Who that sound like?
Jordan Clarkson.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Jordan Clarkson.
But Fred
But
didn't play good either.
yeah,
Fred
I'm
was like 3
looking
for 17 or something like that.
3 for 13, 2 for 9 from the
Yeah.
three. That's terrible.
Yeah, he didn't play good at all.
Only 8 points. Jalen Green was 5 for 15 for 13 points. Terrible. It's like Sengun is carry y'all defense and Sengun. The defense is Sengun. But the Warriors, they just need somebody else that can consistently score. Because if you really depend on Steph a lot, you're not gonna win. And I don't know what happened to Brandon Pozicki, man. He has not been good. He ain't been good for a minute.
This is a sophomore year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually players do have a sophomore slump though. So like I thought he would have came in having a better year than last year, especially since they said they want him taking 7, 8 threes or
Yeah.
10 threes a game. Like I thought he would have had a better year, but he's not even in the starting lineup no more.
Yeah, and Mike Dunleavy and Steve Kerr want to basically make him like the prized possession in the trade. Like, hey, we gonna want to keep B-Boz, and they trying to hype him up to make it seem like he's him. Bro, he ain't been good.
Yeah, he hasn't. He hasn't been good.
But give credit to the Rockets, man. Rockets been good all
They pulled
year.
it out. They pulled that victory. That was a good win.
That was a grinded out win, bro. 91-90. Hey man, you gotta give
we
him
ain't
credit.
seen nothing like that to us since the 2010s.
No, I mean we've seen a game like that, but just a low scoring, especially the Warriors, who are kind of a good offensive team. You don't see scores like this, but give the Rockets credit, man. I just need Jalen Green to play better. I need Jalen Green to play better. And we're gonna get more into the Rockets later, obviously, with somebody connected to them, but Rockets looking good. They're looking like a good team. So now we're just gonna talk about the 2 games that come on Saturday. Obviously, the winners. So we got the Hawks and the Bucks, and then the Thunder and the Rockets. Who we got winning? What we think is gonna happen? Let's start with the Hawks and the Bucks.
Well, with the Hawks and the Bucks, I low key think both games gonna be close. But with the Hawks and the Bucks, I low key want to give it to the Hawks. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because if they shut Dame down or if they contain Dame, and just let Giannis do what Giannis do, I don't see the Bucks winning. Because if you cut off Dame and just let Giannis go crazy, they're not gonna have enough scoring, enough firepower. I mean, unless Bobby Portis and Chris Middleton comes out there playing good. But the Hawks got a lot of bodies to put on them. Because if you put Dyson Daniels on Dame, and then you could put Jalen Johnson on Chris Middleton, or you could put, even though Zachariah isn't like Richardson isn't top 10 defender, he's still a big body. You know what I mean? So you could put him on one of them. So I low key think the Hawks can get this one. I low key got the Hawks in this one,
Low key.
especially since what they showed me.
Low key. I'm going with the Hawks too. I feel like the reason is I feel like the Hawks defense is way better than the Bucks defense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Hawks offense is basically the same as the Bucks offense. I think it could be basically the same as there. They don't the Bucks don't have the defenders that can guard. I don't even know who's gonna guard Trae Young. I don't even know. They're
probably Prince. Probably
because that's
Prince.
because last night they was putting Mikal Bridges on Trae Young, and that kind of was hurting him. That's why he was 8 for 22. So I wouldn't be. I think they put Andre Jackson to start at least on Trae Young. That's a big body. He has length.
I don't think he's
Andre Jackson starts. Andre Jackson starts.
Do?
Yeah, Dame, Andre Jackson, Torian, Giannis, and Brook Lopez.
Oh, okay.
So you got Andre Jackson, who is what 6'8", 6'9" something around there.
Mm-hmm.
He has the length, so that can affect Trae Young, who's only 6 feet.
And he athletic. Athletic.
So I wouldn't be shocked if they start Andre Jackson on Trae Young, and I feel like the same thing. They're going to put Dyson Daniels on Dame. And they're going to hunt for Dame. Like they're going to try and switch and put whoever on there, whoever Dame has to guard, hunt that man. But I feel like the Hawks. I feel like that offense is good. DeAndre.
How many minutes Andre Jackson gonna play though? Because when I'm looking at his minutes right now, he played 8 minutes against the Magic. He played 21 against the Nets. He played 12 against the Celtics. The last game they played the Hawks, he played 11 minutes. So like Doc's starting him, but he not really playing him for real.
Is it because the offense from Andre
That's
Jackson wasn't good in?
Probably. I'm like, because I'm like, he starts
because he plays AJ Green because AJ Green is a shooter and he brings more offensive game than Andre Jackson. But Andre Jackson defense is really good. But low-key, though, playing 8 minutes of Andre Jackson is kind of crazy to me. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, not gonna lie. You can, first of all, if you're starting him, he should. I mean, I understand his offensive game isn't that good, but if you're starting him, that man should at least be playing 20 to 25 minutes at least. At least if you're gonna start him. What's the point of starting him if he only gonna play 15 minutes or less a night? You might as well just bring him off the bench.
I think he plays. I hope he plays more than 8 minutes in this game at least.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Hope he plays that because they're gonna need him so they can guard Trae Young. Because Trae Young, bro, Trae Young he low-key be playing good against the Bucks too. I ain't gonna say he be cooking them like the Knicks, but he plays good against them. I do got the Hawks. I think the Hawks. I don't know what the spread is. Let me see if they got the spread up. Oh, the Bucks are favored by 4.
So they think it's gonna be a close game too.
Yeah, they think it's basically gonna be a close game. I got the Hawks. I think the Hawks win this game, man. I believe in Trae Young. I believe in Trae Young and Jalen Johnson. All right. So last game, we got the Rockets and the Thunder. Who do you have? The Rockets or the Thunder?
Low key, this is gonna be a good game. And I want to pick the Rockets, but I don't trust them. I'm going to pick the Thunder. But the reason why I wanted to pick the Hawks is because I'm not the Hawks, but the Rockets. The reason why I'm not going to pick the Rockets is because of Jalen Green.
Jesus Christ.
If Jalen Green doesn't show up, they might get blown out. But if he shows up and plays, then it could be a good game because they got the defenders to put somebody on Shea, on Jay. They could put a man on Shea, or they can put Tyree Eason on Shea, or they can put Jabari on Shea or Jalen. Like they got a bunch of bodies to throw at Jalen Williams and Shea. So it's like, and then you got Sengun. Sengun can handle Hartenstein. Luke Dort, we not really worried about Luke Dort. Luke Dort might guard Jalen Green. But you still got Fred, and you still got Sengun, and you still got Jabari in your starting lineup. So it's like that's okay. But it all depends on Jalen Green. If the Hawks, not the Hawks, the Rockets are gonna be either close and stay in this game or either win. But I got the Thunder though. I got the Thunder. I still think it's gonna be a good game.
Loki, I want to pick the Rockets so bad because I've been with them all year. But I'm going to really go with the Thunder because I think the Thunder are low-key the better team. And I'm not saying the Rockets are going to have a bad offensive game like this they had against the Warriors. But if somehow they do, it's going to be a blowout. Because the Thunder, they got the defense. Bro, did you see at one point, it was on Instagram, it was on Basketball Forever, they said the Thunder can go down as one of the best defensive teams ever by the numbers.
Nah, I didn't see that.
They can go down as, this is like one of the best defensive teams ever, like stats-wise. So they have the defense. They basically got the offense because it was like that last year. I think there was a top 5 offense. There was at least a top 10 offense and top 10 defense last year. And it's basically almost the same this year. I don't care who you put on Shea. Nobody can guard him. Nobody can. You can put him in. You can put Tari. You can put Dylan Brooks. He gonna cook them all. He gonna cook every last one of them dudes. The key is Jalen Williams. I think Jalen Williams is gonna have a good game. I don't know who they're gonna put on him. If anything, they might put Dylan Brooks on him.
Yeah.
They might.
I think they'll start Dylan on Shea.
Shea?
I think because they both from Canada. Well, they both played for Canada, and Dylan's got a chance to be around him and see how he play. I think they're gonna start Dylan on, at least to start.
Can Sengun be the X factor? Well, I don't think he's the X factor. Can Sengun be dominant on the rebounds and make life easier for the Rockets to get easier shots? If he could do that, they will have a chance. Yeah. And Jalen Green has to play better. Jalen Green is the X factor.
Yeah, he's the X factor. He's the X factor.
If Jalen Green gonna have a game like that, they're gonna lose. Simple as that. And Fred had a bad game too. And I think Fred's not gonna have a bad game. I think he's gonna come out and play. I think he's gonna come out and give. I wouldn't be shocked if he gives 16 points. And Jalen Green's so iffy though. He's so inconsistent. That's the problem. I just don't know what I'm getting from him.
Hey, do you think they move on for him after this season?
Jalen Green? Jalen Green?
Because he didn't sign no extension.
No, he did sign. He signed that new extension. He did.
He win.
Remember when we was talking about how he got that
You're right.
But they could technically still trade him in the offseason.
Would you?
Because it's a tradable contract.
Because he's not really showing you superstar. And you drafted him to be a superstar for y'all. To be y'all go-to player. To be the guy that wins y'all championships and take y'all there. And he hasn't shown that he can do that. He can't even show that he can be a consistent 25 to 23 points per game scorer.
I wouldn't do it yet. Let's see how it is. Because Fred probably won't be back. Let's see how he is with Amen Thompson when they start together in the backcourt. So I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade him just yet. But I won't be shocked if in the offseason we do see his name pop up in trade rumors, though. I wouldn't be shocked. But will they trade him? I don't think so. I don't think they trade him. But I just like what the Thunder's doing. I like that they're rebounding. They got a good defense. Shea is amazing. Jalen Williams is good. They just got a lot of good players on that team. Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins come off the bench. They play really good, man. And I got the Thunder. I think the Thunder will win. All right, so we have the Thunder and the Hawks. Now if we don't film, it'll probably be after, or we don't know yet. So in the championship, who do you have winning between the Hawks and the Thunder? We both have them.
Hawks. I'm not Hawks. Thunder. Thunder. Like even though they got Dyson Daniels and they got Zachariah Ricochet and Jalen Johnson and I think low key they closing lineup is Trey Dyson, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, and
Clint?
Capella.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Capella. So like even though they've been playing good defensively, Shea and Jalen Williams is too much to handle for them. Especially Shea. I think Shea is gonna be too much to handle for them. And I think Luke Dort is gonna lock Trey Young up. He's gonna lock him up.
I got the Thunder. If they do face in
Yeah.
if they do face in championship, I do have the Thunder. I just think because they just got the better player. They got the best player in that game, Shea Gilders. As long as he's there, I'm pick him. And I like Trey Young. I like Jalen Johnson, but I got Shea, man. Shea Gilders Alexander is one of them. He's a top 5, top 10 player easily, but top 5, whatever player in the NBA. He's really good. All right, that is it for our recap of the NBA in-season tournament quarterfinals. Now, I feel like we're gonna get into the good stuff. I feel like this is what I've been waiting on. Jimmy Butler is on the trading block. The teams that have been reported are the Mavericks, the Phoenix Suns, the Houston Rockets, and the Golden State Warriors. So I want to ask you, what team do you think is the best fit for him? And what team should he go to? What team do you really think he should go to if he does get traded? What's the best fit, and what team should he go to?
Before I answer that, did you see his agent go off on Shams?
I did see his agent go off.
Oh my god, that had me crying, bro. But best fit. I think his best fit is either the Mavs or the Rockets. Because if he goes to the Mavs, you could put him at the 4 and put PJ on the bench. Or if you want to go small ball, you could put PJ at the 5 and put him at the 4. Because Jimmy is will be their glue guy. So PJ was supposed to be their glue guy, but PJ isn't. I don't think PJ is not really their glue guy. Like he's inconsistent as well. Some games he'll show up, other games he won't. And I think if Jimmy was there, he'd be the perfect glue guy for them. And then the Rockets. I think with the Rockets, them getting that superstar they needed or that starter they needed, that would help elevate and take them to the next level. Because now that Jimmy's there, he got Amin, he got Jalen Green. If they keep, I don't even know who they're gonna send for him. But if they were somehow able to keep Amin, Tari Eason, Jalen Green, and Sengun, that's not bad. Because now you got your star and Jimmy, and you got defense with Amin and Tari Eason, and you still got Sengun, and you got Jalen Green, who could be your second go-to option. And if they keep Fred, you still got Fred. So it's that would be the best fit. The Rockets would be the best fit, but I like the Mavs fit as well. And what team I think he should go to? I low-key think he should go to the Rockets. I think he should go to the Rockets. I think they have the money to give him a contract, and then on top of that, they have a well-balanced team to put around him to compete for a championship.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say this. Let me just take the Suns out of this because I don't even know who they would even give up to just even match the salaries for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna take them out because honestly, outside of the big 3, I don't know who they're gonna give up. And basically, if you do that, you basically got to deplete the roster. So I'm gonna take the Suns out. The Warriors could work. The thing is, you still got to match the salaries. So bringing in, you probably gonna ask for
Kuminga gone. Yeah, he gone.
He's gone. They might have to ask for Andrew Wiggins because you do got to make these salaries match. And he's the closest off the top of my head. He's the closest to making the salaries match. So you might have to get with that. So let's just say you have Steph Curry, Jimmy, Draymond, and Buddy Hield,
Buddy
and
Hield.
it's like,
And probably Looney. They probably have to start Looney then.
yeah, like what it. I don't think
That's not a bad starting five. That's not bad. Steph,
Are you
Jimmy,
scared of that?
Draymond. Yes and no. I'm not scared of it because it's not because they bench is gonna be boo boo after that.
Bench is
But
already not
I
good.
am,
Well, the bench is deep, but it's not.
and but I would be scared of it because now you got Jimmy and Draymond together. So defensively, they're still gonna be good. And then you still got Buddy Hield and Steph, and with the way and how creative Steve Curry is offensively, I think they could make some noise. Honestly, I think they can make some noise. The only thing is that bench. That bench is so butt now. After you trade, let all them people go. Like, what you gonna do? Because on your bench, you have what Moody, Gary Payton, and that's it, really.
Come on now, bro.
What and Trace Jackson, and that's about it.
That's it, bro. Now, what team he should go to? I would say the Mavericks, but I think he won't because I don't think the Mavericks. I think the Mavericks like their team, and I feel like they will have to give up PJ Washington. I think they have to
I would
give
give
him.
him up. I would give him
I
up.
think they got to give him up. I'm not gonna say Najee Marshall, but if they ask to make these salaries match, might have to. Quentin Grimes might be included in the trade because Jimmy Butler's making $49 million this year. So we gotta figure out how to match these contracts up. But I do like Jimmy, Kyrie, and Luka. I think that is a good big three. I think that is the best fit. I think he brings the defense and he brings that toughness. I think he brings that toughness
that's what they
to that
missing.
team.
That's exactly what they missing.
And playoff Jimmy is a real thing, man. And Luka is a good player in the playoffs, and Kyrie is a good player in the playoffs. So you putting all them together, they would make some real good noise. And could they potentially get back to the finals if Jimmy was on there? They probably could, no lie. But I think that's the team he should go to. The best fit, I think it is the Rockets. You add him with those young guys, they could go to a WCF low key if you keep all
Can
of
they
them.
hungry? They hungry too.
I like because I think Jimmy is basically Ime Udoka, but just a player.
I was just gonna say that he fit that team really well. Like personality wise, he fits that team really well.
I think he's that. I think he's Ime just a player. He wants everybody to play good, but he ain't on that BS. He gonna put y'all in y'all place. Some may not like it, but he gonna get y'all right, and he gonna fight. And the Rockets are already good. And this is what comes back to should they trade for a star or keep developing like their young players? Man, I feel like when you a year early like they are now, I think you got to make that move if it's available.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I think if they're not gonna make a move this year, they're gonna make a move next year at the end of the year because I think they want to see like you said, they want to see their players develop, and they probably give them one more year of development to see like, okay, can we win with this group or do we still need a superstar or a star? And if we still do, then we'll go trade for one in the next off season.
Also, I saw something that said don't forget about the Nets too with Jimmy Butler.
He's not going there, bro. He's not. If he goes there, it's literally legit because of the money. It's only because of the money. That's the only reason.
Well, but think about it though. Think about this though. The Nets have cap space. We're going to get more into them later. They have cap space. I think they have 2 max spots, and they could potentially get the number 1 pick. If you do all that, you get Jimmy. Let's just hypothetically say they get Cooper Flag and whatever other star. You looking at something.
That's not enough though. Jimmy ain't got that long left in the league though.
And I know, and that's why I don't like it going to the Warriors because Steph Curry don't got that long in the league and Draymond either. Why are we trained for a 36-year-old player? We already got a 36-year-old player.
Mm-hmm. But the reason why I said The reason why I like Jimmy on the, like I said, Jimmy on the Mavs, the glue guy, he would be the Draymond of that team. He wouldn't have to
On the Mavs,
score.
okay.
Yeah, he wouldn't have to score. He wouldn't have to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, but he wouldn't necessarily have to be playoff Jimmy. Now it's still
Oh,
there
he
if
gonna
you
be
need
playing.
it.
He gonna be there.
It's still there if you need it, but he'll be the perfect glue guy because now all he's worried about is defense, rebounding. He's worried about the little things now because I don't have to worry about going out here to score 30. I got Kyrie and Luca. They can go drop 30. I ain't gotta do nothing.
Man,
Best fit would
like,
be the Rockets for me. That would be the
yeah, I think it's
best
the
fit.
best fit, but I think he
Yeah.
should, if it was available. Well, really, if we're being honest, it should be the Suns. We're being honest, but I don't think that's
What?
realistic. Like he should go to the Suns,
No.
but I don't think that's just realistic. I just don't see it. I don't even
Hell
know how
no.
that
That's
came
too
up.
many. Yeah, that's too many, bro. How you would literally probably have to trade Bill or something. They would have to probably trade Bill and
Bill got no
somebody else
trade
to get.
clause though.
He got no trade clause. They not giving up Booker.
Oh, of course not. Hell no.
They not
Not
giving
giving
up
up
Booker.
Kevin
You
Durant.
can't give up. You can't give up Nurkic. You still need a big.
Well, I do got Mason Plumlee.
But he already got Bam. I don't think they would want Nurkic.
Nah,
But yeah, Jimmy should go to the Rockets, bro.
I like him with
He
the
should try his
Rockets.
hardest to go to the Rockets because he can get
I,
his bag and he'll have a good team around him.
just the thing though. Why would I, if I'm the Rockets, why would I trade for him when he could be a free agent and we could potentially sign him?
That's true too. That's true too. I mean, but if you trade for him, you get him earlier than expected. And because if you let him go into free agency and say you offer him, I don't know, he won't because he only want 50 mil a year.
Mm-hmm.
So say somebody gives him they go into free agency and somebody gives him more than that. You know what I mean? Now it's like you lost out on him when
Who
you
the
could
hell
have
they
had him
going?
you could have lost out on him and potentially signed him earlier
Who the hell
if
gonna
you
give
let
this
him.
man more than 50 million a year? Who gonna do that?
I don't even know who got the cap space to do that. Probably the Net. The Nets are the only team that probably got the cap space
They
to do
got
that.
cap space. And it was a report that came out today. He actually wants to stay with the Heat, but Pat Riley ain't trying to pay him. And that's because you ain't available majority of the time. You got us to the finals twice. Don't get me wrong. But you don't take the regular season series and you always hurt.
Low
So
key,
why
and then
should I?
with the Rockets, he low key don't have to play all them games because they can still have a decent team around. They will still have a decent team,
I know we
even
said
if he
last
wasn't on.
week. I know we said last week that they well, I think it was Jabari, some picks, and Reed Shepard. But let's be
Yeah, I think it was like
let's be
Jabari, Cam Whitmore,
yeah, Cam
and some
Whitmore.
picks.
It was Cam Whitmore. But
Yeah,
realistic, let's just be realistic. What do you think they would ask for the Heat? Like, what do you think they really will ask for?
low key,
Who they
Jalen
will
Green.
who they will
Either
ask for? My bad.
either either between Jalen Green, Amin, Tari Eason. I think Cam Whitmore is still in there, and I think Jabari is still in there. But I would add Amin, Tari Eason, and Jalen Green. I think they would ask for those players.
Low key though, if I'm the Heat, I wouldn't even ask for Jalen Green. I asked for a man
Really?
before him. I
Mm.
already got Tyler Hero.
You right. You do. You got Tyler Hero.
I wouldn't even ask for Jalen Green, bro. And like you
Yeah.
ain't been high on him anyway. He improve my team with Tyler Hero and Bam? Those
I
my
mean, but you could put
cornerstones.
Tyler at the point. You could put Tyler
No,
at the
I get
point and put
that,
him at the two.
but I'd rather have a man
Yeah,
with
because he
Tyler
brings
than Jalen
defense.
Green than Tyler.
He brings defense. He has an offensive upside, and he's 6'9".
I realistically though, I think they would ask for a man. I think they really gonna ask for him. Like if they did talk, I think they will ask for a man Thompson.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, for sure. They would ask for a man, but the Heat they need to get younger too because they got a lot of older guys on their roster. So the Cams and the Jabaris, and I'm asking for them too, plus picks.
Jabari and Bam together.
Low key, the Rockets team low key reminds me of the Miami Heat team, but better. Like they the same type of team, but the Rockets got better talent.
They're a defensive team, but got the
Yeah,
better players.
but I got the better players.
The better overall players. Jimmy is better than everybody. Well, a healthy Jimmy Butler at least. Well, Sengun or Jimmy Butler.
Taking Jimmy. I'm a healthy Jimmy. I'm taking Jimmy.
I'd probably take Sengun right now, low key. But let's move on. The Warriors want to trade for another star. The report said they either want to trade for LeBron James or Jimmy Butler. Which one is the best fit for the Golden State Warriors right now?
Bron. If Bron go to Golden State, bro, that's a chip. No cap. That's a chip. Him and Steph, bro, that's worse than him and Kyrie.
Well, LeBron is older now.
It don't matter. Look what he's doing right now. The only reason why I say it's worse than LeBron and Kyrie is because Steph can do so much more off ball than Kyrie can. They both can do the same thing, but Steph is more dangerous off ball, I feel like, than Kyrie is. Like Kyrie is more of an on ball type of player. Steph Curry is great both on ball and off ball. Kyrie's great on ball and good off ball. So the amount of that LeBron and Steph pick and roll is going to be dangerous, bro. And then you got the ultimate LeBron Glazer and Draymond Green on your side, so you know he gonna protect him. You know what I'm saying?
My glorious king, my glorious king. Hey, that picture is crazy. That picture and that is crazy. That is crazy, bro. That ain't even Photoshop either. He did say my glorious king.
That small ball lineup would be dangerous too.
Who gonna be on the team? That's the question.
Yeah, that's the
only
thing.
That team is gonna be decimated.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Now we was talking about
dangerous,
bro. It's Kaminga Wiggins gonna be in that trade.
Hell yeah, yes.
I don't care how old LeBron is. Hell no, give me pods. Give me pods.
I'll give you pods. You want pods?
Yes.
You can have them. You can have them.
Y'all can keep Booty. Steve Kerr don't even like Booty. Steve Kerr don't.
LeBron and Steph together, that would be dangerous. I could see them winning the chip with that, bro. No cap.
So I'm gonna say I think the best fit would be LeBron, but if anything, I think they should go after Jimmy Butler. Only because LeBron James is older. You're pairing a 36-year-old with basically a 41-year-old. No, he's not 41, but a 40-year-old. LeBron isn't declining, but you can see it though. He's not. It was a report saying that JJ Redick just said, I think yesterday, LeBron is showing fatigue. And I'm like, I understand he's freaking 40 years old, hooping at the highest level in NBA.
I mean, but you could tell. You can tell.
You can tell.
Yeah, them bad games he had, he looked fatigued.
Yeah. So, and pairing a 40-year-old with a 36-year-old, and LeBron is probably going to play at least one more year in the NBA with at least Jimmy, I'm guaranteed to at least get 3. At least 3 years. So I think they should go after Jimmy, but I think LeBron is a better fit because LeBron he's going to be the point guard, and having Steph off ball, we saw it in the Olympics. It makes life way easier. But only because of age, I would go with Jimmy.
Low-key, if he go to Golden State, I think he'll low-key stay in the league longer. I'm not even gonna lie.
How long can he stay in the league?
If he goes to Golden State, G, I think he'll stay in the league for another. Well, okay, so say if he gets traded to Golden State, I think he'll stay next year, and then probably one more year.
Jesus Christ!
I think he'll be like 20
years. No, that'd be year 24 because this is 22. Damn, Jesus Christ!
I think he would do it. I think because like, bro, you got you and Steph, bro. Who gonna beat that? Only thing they would need to do is get players around them to help them to out.
What good players you getting around them? That's the thing.
No, I didn't say good play. I didn't say good players. I just said players around them to help them defensively. Because defensively, they gonna be butt. Especially with Bron and Steph, they gonna be butt.
What is Draymond Green gonna be doing? We gotta think because we don't know.
Yeah.
What is Draymond Green gonna do?
He was a
point forward.
guard.
So I don't know what, like, unless Draymond Green just magically comes up with a bag, offensive bag, and to become a shooter, I don't know what he's gonna be out there doing.
No, I think he would be that. He'd definitely be doing more catch and shooting for sure though. Because if you got LeBron, bro, Draymond's not gonna run point forward no more. He's not gonna do that anymore. You have LeBron James.
Hold on, real quick, bro. Hold on. Yeah, my bad. But what was you saying? Continue what you were saying.
If you have LeBron James, Draymond Green not running point no more. It's LeBron James. So yeah, Draymond would be more of a catch and shoot. I think Draymond would be more of a catch and shoot, bro. We forgetting Draymond when he was younger, he was decent.
He's been a better shooter the last like couple of years. He's been a better shooter, but to be a consistent shooter, I'm not rolling with that. Like I said, I'd rather have Jimmy, only because of age. But LeBron is a way better fit. I would choose Jimmy, and it'd probably be a cheaper package too if you get Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Well, honestly, because I feel like if you trade for LeBron, the Lakers gonna ask for everybody. But I don't think he getting traded no way, so it don't matter to me. Like, they're not trading LeBron unless he wants to. They're not doing it. And plus, LeBron got no trade clause, so he can do whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Nets are having a fire sale. They said that Dorian Finney-Smith, Cam Johnson, and Dennis Schroeder are up for grabs. Who do you think? Do you think they're going to trade all three? And what is the best fit for them? Like, what teams do you think are the best fit?
Ben not on sale either?
Not the reports, not Ben, but just Dennis Schroeder, Dorian Finney-Smith,
and
Cam Johnson.
Are they dumb? I'll be trying to get rid of all of them.
Well, Ben Simmons got 40-something million. Who wants that? Right. Who wants 40 million?
Yeah, especially from Ben.
That's what
I'm saying. Low-key, for Cam, I had Cam to the Magic. I think Cam on the Magic would be really good. They get a shooter. He's 6'9", and he can play D. And you pair him up, it'll be Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs, you could put him at the 2, Franz at the 3. Or Franz, and then Paolo at the 4, and then you got Wendell at the 5. And then if you want to go small, you got Suggs, KCP, Cam, Franz, and Paolo.
Yeah.
That'd be nasty. Him to the Magic. I like him on the Magic. With Dennis, I say either Dennis goes to the Bucks or he goes back to the Lakers. And they swap him and D'Lo, because D'Lo played great with the Nets. That's when he was an All-Star. And then now you got Dennis. And you get back Dennis. Dennis played good when he was with the Lakers. And then on top of that, if you're the Nets, I would do it. Now, like I said, not only because D'Lo played great there, but when you get the number 1 pick and you get Cooper Flag, you're gonna need a point guard who's gonna give him the ball, and D'Lo would do that. And you said Finney-Smith. So wait, they not trading Claxton either?
I'm just going out the reports, brother. I'm just going out the reports. That's what I saw. That's all I saw, brother.
With Finney-Smith, I'll say Finney-Smith either goes to the Nuggets or the Sixers. The Nuggets, because I think the Nuggets need another 3 and D. Christian Braun has been playing good. Peyton Watson, his offensive game just isn't there yet. I think Dennis what's his first name again?
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Dorian Finney-Smith. I think his offensive game is better than Peyton Watson's right now. So I say him either to him, and then with the Sixers just need some more bench players, bro. And I think he'd do well off the bench for the Sixers.
So with Cam Johnson, I think he'll be best fitted on the Cavs. I think he brings the shooting at the three position. He's a good defender. He's a decent defender. And I think it just brings extra shooting on the Cavs, man. I think I'm not gonna say that can be the missing piece to the championship team, but I do think with how Cam Johnson is playing this year, I think that could potentially be the thing that can help them beat the Celtics in a 7-game series. That could help.
For sure. It definitely could. Because they're gonna double Mitchell and they're gonna trap Garland. So who's gonna be wide open in the corner for that three? Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson is shooting the ball like crazy this year too. Like he's shooting pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, I ain't mad. That's a good one. That's a good one. The Cavs, that's a good one.
Actually, I love him on the Cavs. He's averaging 18 points and he's attempting 7 threes, 3 for 7 from the three. That's 43% from the three this year. That's really good. 43%. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would make a big difference.
Do you like him better on the Magic or the Cavs?
I like him on the Cavs better. Because we won't need him. We just need him to really basically stand in the corner. Yeah, that's basically what he is now. That's basically that could put them over the top. I like him on the Magic though. I wasn't really thinking of Magic, honestly. I think because you move KCP to the bench, or they probably put Cam Johnson on the bench. It's not bad because they need shooting.
I will put KCP on the bench. He ain't been doing nothing for it.
Don't you think KCP is a better defender though than Cam Johnson?
I say they're about the same. I wouldn't necessarily put one above the other.
Okay. I got Dennis Schroeder. Honestly, though, the Warriors. If you can't get Bron or Jimmy, and we just talked about it, they need another scorer. I say go after Dennis Smith Jr. Get another backup point guard who's a pretty good defender and who can score. Dennis Schroeder is a good player. Like he's a good player, and I feel like we be forgetting about that.
Bag, though.
Yes, he did. He said he didn't mess it up, but he's capping. He definitely messed that up.
Messed up his bag.
He's a good player. Dennis Smith can give you 20-something. He just went toe-to-toe with Giannis on Sunday. I think he dropped like 30-something points. So Dennis Smith can do that. I said Dennis Smith. Dennis Schroeder can do that. He's a good player, and if the Warriors want to go the cheaper route, if they can't afford to trade for LeBron and Jimmy, I say go after Dennis Schroeder. Now Dorian Finney-Smith.
Your Lakers.
Well, I had Dorian Finney-Smith for the Lakers.
Oh,
because they need a three. They need another 3-and-D wing, and I think that will help them in the starting lineup because LeBron's gonna make Dorian Finney-Smith wide open. And that would be amazing for them. That's what they're missing. They're missing defensive wings, guards, bigs, whatever. Just more defensive players outside of Anthony Davis. So I got Dorian Finney-Smith for the. I don't think they get Cam. I think that's out of their price range.
No, I'm talking about like defensive players.
I'm talking about Cam Reddish.
Yeah, Cam and AD. That made only defensive players.
I forgot about Cam and AD. I forgot about Cam. I ain't gonna cap. No, I didn't have Dennis for the Lakers. Because I remember you said it last week. They already got a lot of offensive players. And I just think we just need a legit 3-and-D. That's all if anything, that's all we need is a legit 3-and-D. That's what Dorian Finney-Smith brings.
The reason why I said Dennis to the Lakers also is because for off the bench, like they need scoring off the bench, and he could provide that, and he can run the bench mob. Dennis Smith is Dennis
Dennis
Schroeder.
Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder is a good point guard. He's a really good point guard.
Yeah, I don't mind it. All right, so the last thing about these trade rumors is, should the Pelicans blow it up and should they really trade Brandon Ingram? There are reports saying that the Pelicans are either going to sign him or they're going to trade him. So do you think the Pelicans should just blow it up? They're 5-20 in the West. That's last in the West. And right now, currently, they will have the second overall pick.
By blow it up, you mean like trade everybody as
I'm
far as
talking about traders.
DeJounte, CJ,
I think they keep
Zion,
this.
and Ingram?
I think CJ. Blow it up. I'm not saying trade Zion at least, but you trade Ingram because he's a free agent. CJ McCollum, he's a little bit older.
Oh yeah,
I
I've been saying do that. Yeah. If that's the case, like when you say a blowout, I'm thinking you mean like everybody, like Zion,
I would think
DeJounte, CJ, and Ingram.
maybe not DeJounte
But
and Zion, but everybody else.
yeah, oh no, yeah, for sure. I would flip CJ. I would flip Ingram, get me a big, and give me some better pieces to put around them because you still got Herb Jones and you still got Trey Murphy. So if you want to, you could put them in the starting lineup if you want to, because Trey Murphy has shown that
I
he
like
could be
Trey
a
Murphy.
starter in this league.
I
He's
like Trey
shown that he
Murphy.
could be a starter, and Herb Jones, he's a great defender, and he showed that he's a starter in this league. So you could potentially have DeJounte, Trey, Herb, Zion, and then all you would need is a big. And if you flip them two, you can definitely get a big back and a bench player. And if you got the number 2 overall pick, you can either draft somebody or you can flip that to get another player. So if they want to, they could flip one of them to the Nets and get Claxton. Ingram to the Nets for Claxton?
Is Ingram going to sign there, though, is the question. Because that's
Now
the
that you don't
thing.
know. Well, he's
And
young, so if he want his bag, he can get his bag from the Nets.
because that report saying he declined $50 million from the Pelicans is
Declining 50 mil is crazy, bro.
I wonder if it's because he just doesn't want to, like, he just sees that the team isn't going nowhere. Because he said he wants to go to a win now team. And the Pelicans aren't winning.
You think that's because of Zion being hurt?
I think that plays a part. I do think that plays a part. Like, he hasn't been healthy. Bro, it's like we're getting every other year of Zion being healthy. So how it's looking, next year he's going to be healthy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I would blow it up. I would blow it up.
I think they should. Man, look, if Brandon Ingram ain't accepting $50 million and you trying to send him to a weak team and he basically telling y'all, Utah's Utah, but I ain't signing there. I think y'all should just get rid of him. I think y'all should trade him. CJ McCollum is older. Let's get rid of him. Are you getting rid of Herb Jones?
No, I'm keeping Herb.
Because they said that teams were looking in, but I think they value Herb Jones too much.
Yeah, you keep him. You keep Herb.
DeJounte Murray is still young, so I'm keeping him. I am keeping DeJounte. Zion, they're not gonna trade Zion. He has too much talent and too much potential to trade off. Because you don't want to trade him and then he becomes healthy all of a sudden. He becomes amazing. He's healthy and he becomes amazing. So then you look stupid. Then you look dumb. So you really can't.
Zion, you trade Zion, and then now he don't get injured. Well, I ain't gonna say no more, but he doesn't miss as many games as he used to. He averaging 30 and 10 and 5. You know how mad I'd be? Oh my God. You would never get another job in the NBA as a GM if you do that.
David Griffin will get another job. He'll get another job.
If he trades Zion?
Well, it depends on what you get back and what team. It just really depends on who you get back for. It's just you don't want to do that because if he plays good, I mean, it just don't look the smartest. But I'm trading Ingram. I'm probably getting rid of him. I don't know to where though, but It was a report saying that the Pelicans was trying to get Karl Anthony Towns. They tried to put him in there, but I guess they said no. I don't like how that worked though. Ingram,
Nah,
and
Ant and Ingram, nah, that wouldn't work out. I don't think
like
that'll
how
work
that
out.
worked. Well,
Ingram needs the ball in his hands too much.
but he's a good passer though. I like him as a passer though. I think he's a better passer than Randall.
Oh yeah, for sure. But he's not
Well, he's better than Randall.
He's not no point forward though. It'd be different if he was like a point forward. He's not really a point. He's more of a scorer than a passer. He can pass very well, but he's more of a scorer
He's
than
averaging
anything.
5 assists this year. And I guarantee he's gonna give you more than what Julius Randle doing. I'm dead serious. But I will blow this up, man. I think it's time. And I was like, okay, we trade CJ, we trade Brandon Ingram. Let's say we stay at number 2. You either get Ace Bailey or Ron Harper. With Zion, if he ever stays healthy, you have DeJounte, you have Herb, you have Trey Murphy. Hey, you looking at something nice.
To be honest, though, G, I wouldn't draft. Well, because since you got DeJounte, I wouldn't draft Dylan Harper because Dylan Harper needs to be a lead guard. So he needs to be your point guard. He can play too, but I like him better as my point. And then Ace Bailey, you already got Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, and then you got Zion at your 4. You don't really need him. If anything, I think they might sell that pick.
What if it was Cooper Flag?
If it was the number 1 overall, to be honest with you, I don't know if Cooper Flag going number 1 anymore. That's just me. But nah, I'll still let it go. Cause where you gonna put him at? He can't dribble that well to play the 3 or the 2. He's not really a good 3-point shooter either.
They would put him at the 3. You have to put him at the 3. Because let's hypothetically, DeJounte, Herb or Trey Murphy, I think it's gonna be Herb. It's Cooper, Zion, whoever the hell the big is.
Nah, that ain't it. If Cooper Flag game, if his offensive game was up to par, then probably. But he got a lot of work to do offensively.
Hey, yeah, the 22-11 game last week, brother.
No, are we forgetting that 6-point game that he just had against that weak old school?
What was it?
I don't even know the name of that college. He had like 6 and.
It was recently, right?
Yeah, it was their last game. It was their last game.
It's how can I pronounce? It's Incarcerated Ward, something like that. He did have 6.
Never heard of that college. He had 6 and what?
It's a college in Texas. He had 6, 8 boards, 2 assists, a block and a steal.
And how many minutes?
0 for 3 from the 3. 22 minutes.
You're supposed to have more than that 22 minutes against a weak school like that. And you're supposed to be the number 1 overall pick.
Well, they did blow them out, so he probably didn't play a lot.
I mean, but
nobody really played a lot.
Even in them 22 minutes, what did he shoot? He shot 0 from 3 from the 3. What did he shoot from the field?
2 from 8. 2 from 8. He actually took the most shots. He took the most shots out of everybody.
Come on now, you're the number 1 overall, supposedly the number 1 overall pick, the best player, the best freshman in college, and you only score 6 points and 2 for 8 from the field against an unknown college. Dylan Harper would have had 30. So Cooper Flag's a great player. I don't want to make it seem like I'm hating on Cooper Flag. I'm just being realistic. I'm being a realist. And so far, his offensive game is not there. I have not seen number 1 overall potential out of him.
That will definitely be a short, brother. You might get some comments, but
that's cool.
It is what it is. But cool. Let's start off with you said that Kawhi Leonard potentially coming back. He's been in practice, but partially though. And What does Kawhi coming back do for the LA Clippers?
Well, Kawhi. They say Kawhi is supposed to be back in 2 weeks. Who knows if that's true or not? But if Kawhi comes back, I think it doesn't make the Clippers a championship contenders, but they're definitely a dark horse. Because we've seen what Kawhi did with the Raptors. And now I wouldn't say this team is exactly like the Raptors, but they're similar as far as they're defensive minded. And then you got Kawhi as your go-to, and then your second best player is James Harden. And then, back then his second best player was what? Siakam.
Or
So
Kyle Lowry, whatever.
or Kyle Lowry. So yeah, and then you got Norman Powell. So it's like it got the same kind of makeup. So I think if Kawhi came back, they would definitely, of course, they're gonna definitely make the playoffs, but they'd be my dark horse team to compete for a chip, to be honest. I think because Kawhi is so good. Kawhi at one point was a top 3, if not the best player in the league. A healthy Kawhi.
I never thought Kawhi Leonard was the best player in the league, and no point.
But
in my
at one point, Kawhi Leonard was definitely the best player.
He was never better than LeBron. Never. He
That's
was
a topic
never
for another day. That's
never
a topic
better
for
than
another
LeBron.
day. But I think Kawhi Leonard would definitely elevate that team once he comes back, and they can definitely be a dark horse team to make some noise in the playoffs.
Kawhi Leonard is a mystery. He doesn't say anything. So I don't know what to expect. But if he does come back and he's somewhat healthy, that team, their ceiling is WCF. The ceiling is WCF. But if he comes back and he doesn't play a lot, which I eventually think he will. I think he'll eventually get to 30-something minutes a game. But if he doesn't play a lot, that team's first round exit. Because once again, James Harden doesn't show up in the playoffs. That's just facts. It's true. But that team is really good defensively. That is a good defensive team. I like that team. And it does help them a lot. It definitely helps them. I like Norman Powell, what he's been doing this year. James Harden has been somewhat of Houston Rockets. He ain't dropping 30 points all the time, but he has had some flashes of Houston James Harden. Zubac has been good. I don't like their bench. Their bench is not good at all. It's just not. They really only have like 4 good players. But I think it with Kawhi Leonard, who at one point was a top 5 player, it does help them. He brings the defense. His offense is really good. Actually, I take that back. He might not be defensive player of the year, Kawhi Leonard, but he does bring some defense. And it helps already with that great defensive, with that really good defensive team. So I definitely think it makes a difference. I think they are Western Conference Finals ceiling if he comes back. I hope he comes back because I like Kawhi. I think Kawhi Leonard is really freaking good. Because I always say when healthy, top 10 player easily in the NBA. Easily. I hope he comes back. I really do. But I think it helps them a lot. And we need Kawhi Leonard, man. We need him.
Yeah.
We need Kawhi Leonard. You said Nikola Jokic needs to take a pay cut?
No. He said that his teammates, since they've been playing bad, like since they just lost to the Wizards, he said that in his hometown, if this was to happen, some of the players would take a pay cut.
Okay.
So he was saying the NBA should adopt that. Like if you're playing bad, that they should be able to take some, they should be able to basically give you a pay cut. Take money from you if you're playing bad.
You agree they should take money if you're playing ass?
Yes. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yes, I do. Because I think a lot of these players.
What if I'm in the slump?
I'm not gonna say majority. Huh?
What if I'm in the slump?
That's different. That's different. That's different. Because in the slump, you're still playing hard. You're still playing how you supposed to play. It's just you're not hitting shots. I think he's talking about the players that's not out there fighting. That's not out there giving it their all every single night. And I agree with that because most of these players in the NBA, they don't really love basketball. We've heard from several former players, current players, upcoming players that a lot of these people don't care. They care about what basketball can do for them and not basketball itself. And a lot of people don't play hard because they know they're gonna get their check at the end of the day. So if you taking money from me, oh well, now I gotta play hard because you messing with my livelihood, you messing with my money, you messing with my family. So I have no choice but to play hard now. I have no choice but to give it my all. So I think they should do it. I think they should.
Taking money from me because I'm playing like boo boo. That's crazy. I don't think so. I don't think they should do that because I deserve to be in the NBA. Yes, I'm playing bad, but my punishment would be I just won't be re-signed. Now you taking money. So now I'm losing money from my contract, and I could potentially not get re-signed.
I mean,
That's
but
crazy.
if I'm taking money for you, what you gonna do? You gonna lock in more?
But it depends on who it is, though. Who are these? Well, if we're going off just the Nuggets, Jamal Murray's been playing bad. So you gonna take money from the second best player on the team? Because he's playing, but hasn't been playing the same. He hasn't.
I don't think Jokic is saying like if you're just playing bad. It's like how you're playing. So like the whole Cam Newton thing. Cam Newton had a chance to dive on that ball in order to save the game. Stuff like that. So like if you're not diving for loose balls, if you're not hustling back on defense, if you're not playing 110% every single night, I don't think he means just like, oh, I shot 1 for 12 and then I shot 3 for 14 and now you taking my money. Nah, it's how you're playing out there.
So it's basically like at practice. Oh, you guys ain't hustling, suicides.
Right.
Basically kind of like that.
Right. So if I'm in the game and I obviously see Westbrook can dive on this ball, but he don't dive on the ball for whatever reason. Oh no, bro, you're not out here playing hard, even though Westbrook's not gonna do that. But it's like, nah, bro, you're not playing hard. You're not trying to win for real. You just out here doing it because you're getting your paycheck.
Then okay, instead of taking money out, just make the contracts not guaranteed in. Make the contracts like you know how it is in the NFL. It's a $200 million contract, but only 100 of it is guaranteed. Let's do that instead of just taking money out my check, which I deserve to get. Let's do that then.
I mean, do you deserve it if you're not playing hard?
I mean, if I don't die for, let's say, if I didn't go hard for say 2 games, I mean, but I could change my mind. I not change my mind, but the other game could be different. I could be on one that game, play hard that game. Everybody's not gonna play hard 100%. I mean, every game, it's not gonna happen.
That's what he's trying to get to, though. He wants all of his players to play hard every single game. He wants them to play like every single possession matters. No plays off.
See, but 82
games,
happen,
every possession, everyone's playing their hardest.
It's gonna be a game when somebody isn't playing as hard as you hope. Like no one's gonna play like Westbrook every game. It's not gonna happen. It's just wrong. It's just unrealistic. It's like you're like how people play at say a rec. You're gonna see somebody might not jog back. It happens. Like that's just so unrealistic. Everybody,
but this different hard. Though. They getting paid to play basketball.
I agree. I get it.
So you should play. You should play hard regardless, bro. You're making millions of dollars, and all you gotta do is go out there and play a sport. You should play hard regardless, bro. And all these people paying this money to see y'all, like, cause these tickets not cheap. These tickets not cheap at all. And then plus the concessions and all, and then the t-shirts and stuff. Like, I kind of agree with them. Because a lot of these NBA players don't play hard. They don't play hard. It's like most of these NBA players play like it's an all-star game. As long as I get my check, I'm good. As long as I ain't gotta play not one lick a minute. But if I get my check every month or however they disperse it, if I get my check, I'm good. I ain't gotta worry about nothing.
But some players do play. I mean, I think they like basketball. They just don't love it as much. I think of it as like a YouTuber. Once a YouTuber gets established, they stop posting videos because they've already made it. And with the NBA, I'm already here, so I'm not gonna say I don't care, but I'm not gonna go as 100% hard as I was trying to make it into the NBA. That's just how it is. That's how it's life. It's like you trying to apply for a job. if you're gonna keep applying every single day, and you go and like when you get to that job, you're gonna be the most thirstiest person. You're gonna do everything so you can keep the job, but then once you're there for a long time, you're gonna stop giving a fuck. It happens. That's how it is in real life. I mean, everybody ain't gonna go hard 100% every time. I mean, that's just the truth.
Man, well, you
I
gotta think about it.
I say just not guarantee the contract if we're gonna do that.
Because Jokic thinking about it, I'm trying to win a championship again. And you guys are not playing hard at all. And low key, that's the only way that you can probably get to motivate these NBA guys is to take their money. Because other than that, what other motivation besides the love of the game do they really have to go out there and play their hardest? They don't really have no other motivation for real, besides either winning a championship or trying to be one of the greatest. That's the only other motivation that you really have once you make it to the league.
I don't even
think actually go out there and play 100%.
I don't think the players union will even approve that. That would be crazy.
Oh no, yeah, the union is not gonna approve that at all. They is not gonna approve that at all.
That would be crazy.
But like, I get where you coming from, bro. What motivation do these players have to go out there and play hard, bro? You've already made it. Your contract's guaranteed. You literally, if you get injured, you don't have to, or you sit on the bench, you still getting paid. They have no motivation to really go out there and play hard. Like I said, unless you want to be one of the greatest, unless you want to be one of the greatest. Other than that, they don't really have no motivation to go out there and play hard.
I kind of don't agree with it. I say just not guarantee the contracts. All right. Probably the last thing is Kyrie Irving the best one-on-one player ever?
You already know what I'm gonna say. You already know what I'm gonna say. I don't think he's the great. Nah, to be honest with you, I don't think he's the greatest ever, but he's definitely top 5. Definitely top 5. I'll take KD over him, to be honest, because KD's 7 foot. Can't nobody stop him. But I got Kyrie right behind him.
It's a lot of one-on-one players. You could take Kevin Durant. You could take Kobe. Obviously, Mike, AI, Bron. That's a lot. Like you could easily take
DeMar DeRozan. People probably when you think about DeMar.
I'm not.
DeMar DeRozan is a great one-on-one player, bro. He's one of only 30 players in NBA history to reach, I think, 25,000 points. He's one of 30 people, bro. And you're saying he's not a great one-on-one player? You have to be a great one-on-one player.
Is he one of them?
For that many points?
But he's not as But if we're going off, because if you're saying Kyrie is great, he's not up there with Kyrie though. And I think you would agree with that. He's not up there with them.
It all depends on matchups. To be honest, it all depends on matchups because you can't put Bron versus Kyrie because all Bron's gonna do is drive to the hole and finish over Kyrie. So like they have to now put him comps.
Okay, put him against Kobe and Mike then. He's not better than them when it comes to one-on-one. I think he's a great mid-range shooter.
Gonna be tough.
I think he's a great mid-range shooter, but just straight up one-on-one. He's not up there with them. He's not up there. Like, I would have to think off the top of my head, other one-on-one players. I'm gonna just say top 10 for now, but there's probably some better ones than DeMar DeRozan. There's nothing against him.
You tweaking on DeMar, bro.
I'm not tweaking on him.
All his points damn near come from one-on-ones, bro. Every time you see DeMar
DeRozan,
he either in the post or he pump fake, get the foul and run.
And I said
we've seen him do it. Most of his points are one-on-one.
And I said I need to find other players. Okay, is he better one-on-one than Paul Pierce?
It's debatable because, bro, ones are different. Ones are very different from 5-on-5s, bro. It's so different.
I think Paul Pierce was a good one-on-one player, though.
Yeah, but you got to defend, too, on top of that.
Paul Pierce was. Then what we doing?
Bro, Paul Pierce was not that great of a defender.
Are we just talking about offense or just overall? What are we doing? Like
we're talking about them going 1v1. If you're going 1v1, that means you're playing offense and defense.
Then why is Kyrie up there then?
Because Kyrie can get, bro, if you're putting Kyrie versus like somebody his size, like a Trae Young, he will be able to get a stop on Trae Young.
But I feel like Kyrie can go, but Kyrie is so great at one-on-one. He could go up against a lot of these dudes one-on-one. Like Kyrie is so good one-on-one. I think Kyrie can hold his own against maybe like a LeBron or Kobe.
Offensively, but if he misses, then what? He not gonna get the
Then why is
ball
he
back.
there? Then why is he there then?
Because we're talking about 1v1, pound for pound. He's one of the best 1v1 players. Like if Kyrie Irving was to go against KD, Kawhi, LeBron, any 6'9" person 1v1, he can score on them. But if he was to play defensive, bro, he might not get the ball back.
This is what I'm saying then. If you're see, when you saying one-on-one, I'm thinking just straight offense. This is straight offense.
No, it goes both ways though.
Okay, then. If you just said he's damn near top 5. If he's basically not going to get the ball back on defense, why is he in the top 5 then?
Because that's strictly off of offensive alone.
So his offense is just so great one-on-one. Yes. It just defeats it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But DeMar DeRozan, he's great. He's great offensively, and he's great defensively too. So you're saying DeMar DeRozan is a bad defender, bro?
I thought you were gonna say great. I don't think he's the greatest defender, but
no,
I think
he can hold his own. He can hold his own 1v1.
I can say Luka probably a better one-on-one player than him.
Then who? DeMar?
Yeah, I could probably say Luka. You could probably say Larry Bird. It's a whole bunch of players that's probably
on defense. He's gonna be a liability. But you got it's all off matchups. It's all off match. You can't put no 6'2" dude versus a 6'9" dude. Like you can't do that. It gotta be like 6'6" for 6'9" and like 6 foot to 6'4"
I don't think those dudes care who it is. If they're great one-on-one, they don't care who's in front of them. DeMar is 6'8". He don't care who's in front of him. Kyrie is so great. He don't care who's in front of him.
Bro, that's like putting Porzingis versus Kyrie in a 1v1. Who you think gonna win? Porzingis should win that.
I mean, Porzingis should, but I think Kyrie can easily get past Porzingis. I think he could get past him. If it's one-on-one, I think he could. Because Kyrie, you're saying Kyrie's so great. If he's so great, he can get past anybody.
If they playing, it depends on what like I said, it all depends on 1v1s. It depends on what we playing. It depends on what we playing and who my matchup is. If we playing a 1v1, 3 dribbles, make it, take it, 1 possession, I don't think Kyrie can beat Porzingis because Porzingis is so tall. He can play back. He can still play back enough and contest your shot to where you can't shoot in his face. And then he could play back enough to where if you drive, all he can do is recover and block it. Like, that's why it all depends on matchups. Like, if Kyrie was going against, like I said, Trae Young, cooking him. If any point guard in the league, he damn near cooking. He beating in the 1v1. When he won that Mavs 1v1, I don't know what the stipulations was, but Luka, I didn't watch it either. Luka can't guard. Most of them people on that team can't really guard him. Besides the bigs, and the bigs probably wasn't even in the 1v1 contest.
It's a lot of good one-on-one players in the league.
No, it is. It is.
In the past, is Kyrie the greatest ever? It's an argument. I think he's really good one-on-one. I mean, I feel like he can get past anybody if we're being honest. Like, I feel like he's really good. He can get past basically anybody. He don't care who's in front of him. Like, I'm not saying he gonna get past Mike or Kobe or even the greatest defensive players, but I think he could get past them low key. I go top 5.
Yes, he's top 5. I was gonna say he's top 5 for sure. My personal opinion, he's top 2. He's top 2. I'm putting him over Kobe. I'm putting him over Mike. His bag is just too great. It's just too great. And then I think he a better shooter than them too.
You could say Mike, Kobe. I don't know. Yeah, he might be better. Statistically wise, he might be better than Kobe. Mike definitely for sure because he didn't take a lot of threes back then. So yeah, I'm not upset at that. All right, the last thing we're going to talk about is AJ Dybantsa He picks BYU. He is the number 1 rated high school player in the 2026 draft class. I think his last picks were Alabama, Kansas, North Carolina, and BYU. Do you think, in your opinion, you're the college guy, you're the high school guy, do you think he made the right decision?
By going to BYU?
Yes.
Well, BYU is an upcoming program. He talked about why he chose them. On First Take, he was saying that he chose them because they are all NBA staff, basically, and his ultimate goal is to get to the NBA. So I'm not mad at it at all. I think the fit is well too, because I think the coach will give him the ball and let him do what he want to do. And like I said, BYU was an upcoming program. I think it was the best choice for him. If that's what he wanted to do, then then that's cool with me. I think it's a decent fit. I think it's a great fit. And then next year they're gonna have some returning players. They're gonna put a good team around him. I think it was a good fit.
I have no comment because I'm not the high school or the basketball guy. So I probably won't watch him until he probably gets to college at least. So I have no comment. But if you say that was the best fit, I'm cool with it. And I think
he's the best.
No, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it. No, my bad. I was just
Go
gonna say.
ahead, G.
I was just gonna say. I think he went to some school in Utah. He's from Massachusetts, but he went to some school in Utah though. So I thought that probably played a part in him going to BYU. That's just
Well,
me though.
he just said it was because of the all NBA staff. But I like him though. I like him. I think he's gonna be the best. He's definitely gonna be the best recruit coming out in the last, I want to say 3 years, because last year's draft was last year was Scoot. No,
Well, this past year, so technically,
the year before that was Scoot and them, right?
Yeah, Victor and Scoot.
Oh well, no, he's not better than Victor, but he better than everybody else in that class. That boy is nice. He's nice. He just need a more consistent 3. But other than that, he's nice. I think he's gonna do real good in college.
Oh yeah, let's do these pick'em games and then we can go. Today, Thursday's games: Pistons versus the Celtics.
Do you know JT not playing?
Yeah.
Pistons versus the Celtics. I'm going my boys. I'm going Detroit basketball, man.
You know they've lost like 11 games in a row to the Celtics.
Detroit basketball.
I'm going with the Celtics. I don't care. As long as they got 3 of the 5 best players on the team on there, they're going to win. I got the Celtics. Raptors and the Heat.
Heat.
I got the Miami Heat. Kings and the Pelicans.
Kings.
I got the Kings. Friday's games: Hornets and the Bulls.
Hornets.
I got the Bulls.
I don't trust them.
But you trust the Hornets with no LaMelo?
Yup. I trust them over my hometown team.
That's
I do
crazy.
not trust them boys.
The Wizards and the Cavaliers.
Cavs.
I got the Cavs. Pacers and the 76ers.
Sixers.
I got the Sixers. Phillies get that 8th win. Lakers and the Timberwolves.
Oh, Timberwolves. LeBron not playing.
Yeah, I got. You know what? I'm biased. Give me the Lakers. I don't care. I'm sticking with the Lakers all year round. Give me the Lakers. I got the Lakers. Nets and the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
Give me the Grizzlies. Clippers and the Nuggets.
Who at home?
The Nuggets.
Nuggets.
Give me the Nuggets. Give me the Nuggets. Suns and the Jazz.
Suns.
Give me the Suns. Spurs and the Blazers.
Spurs.
Give me the Spurs. We already did Saturday's games with the NCAA tournament, so let's go to Sunday. Sunday's games: Pelicans and the Pacers.
Pelicans.
Jesus. Ooh. Give me the Pacers. Celtics and the Wizards.
The Wizards always play the Celtics hard.
And they still lose. Come on, brother.
Give me Celtics.
I can't believe you have to think. I can't believe you. That is
Man,
crazy.
hey, now,
But
now
they lose.
don't be shocked if it's another pool party.
Come on, bro.
Don't be
Give me
shocked.
the Celtics. Knicks and the Magic.
Knicks.
Give me the Knicks. Timberwolves and the Spurs.
Spurs.
Give me the Timberwolves. Trailblazers and the Suns.
Suns.
Give me the Suns. Mavericks and the Warriors.
Mavs.
Give me the Mavericks and the Grizzlies and the Lakers.
Lakers.
Give me the Lakers. Now the last games on Monday. Bulls and the Raptors.
I don't want to go with them, with the Bulls.
Come
I
on,
don't want to
brother.
pick them.
No Scotty.
I don't want to pick them, bro. Bro, they suck. They suck.
Give me the Bulls, man. 76ers and the Hornets.
Sixers.
Give me the 76ers. Heat and the Pistons.
Pistons.
Give me the Miami Heat. Cavaliers and the Nets.
Cavs.
Give me the Cavaliers. The Nuggets and the Kings.
Who? Kings at home?
Mm-hmm.
Kings. Give me Kings.
Give me the Nuggets in the last game, the Jazz and the Clippers.
Clippers.
Give me the Clippers. That is it for the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. Follow us on all social medias on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, everything. Follow us. We reached 1,000 subscribers. Our goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers. Keep liking the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Share it. Do whatever you guys want, man. We love y'all, man. We will see y'all next time.